And we are live. What's good, y'all? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I really want to know podcast, man. How y'all feeling out there, man? What's good? What's good? We have a good show lined up for you, man. We have a really cool host. I know you guys are gonna like it. You know what I mean? Just we're ready. We are ready. I have briefed her properly, so she is ready for all of the
Holla, 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 holla.
that I know y'all gonna be throwing at her. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. She is a very wonderful young woman. I'm very impressed by her. We work together on Tuesdays um, at Comedy Arc at Status. She's our bartender. So can't wait for you guys to meet her. And I hope you guys enjoyed the Super Bowl yesterday. I know I did. It was one of the better Super Bowls in history. Instant classic. Great, great game. I watched like 3 quarters and it was just like, wow. Yeah, man. Happy Monday. I hope you guys are doing well. And today we're going to be talking about the dating world, from the point of view of a very young, beautiful young woman. We hear all this stuff on YouTube and all these people saying all these things, and I thought it'd be cool to actually sit down and talk with a beautiful young woman to get her take on what's going on in her world. So that's what we're going to do, man. So I hope y'all enjoy, man. Sit back and let's make this happen. And we are live. What's good, y'all? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the I Really Want to Know podcast, y'all. Get some indeed. And here she is as advertised. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Put your hands together for the beautiful Glo in the building. What's good, sis? How you feeling?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm hanging in there, trying to figure things out. Just want to say up front, thank you so much for doing this. I mean,
Of course,
I know you
thank you for inviting me.
That's all good. I mean, you got to deal with me every Tuesday. And, I was like, man, I hope she do the show because she's probably tired of seeing me at the comedy event. But you're here. So
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. And we're definitely going to have this conversation. You know what? We kind of plan a little bit what we're going to do. So I'm looking forward to it. And to everyone who's watching, we'll probably have a pretty full chat today. And if we do, I'm not going to be able to read every chat. I'm definitely going to show every chat. And if you have something you definitely want me to see or to read more to the point to read, you probably got to attach a little super chat to it. Just what it is, man. If we get busy, like I think it's going to get busy, you're going to have to attach a little bit to that. So it'll get my attention and I'll read it. That is a shameless plug. Yes, this is still a business. We're trying to make a couple dollars. You know what I mean? So you're going to have to do that. Brother Dinosaur in the building. What's good, fam? Wow, what a game. Had to be one of the best Super Bowls. Mahomes must have ice water for blood. Brother DL, how did you rate the final? Hey, man, I didn't have a dog in the fight, man. I ain't going to lie to you. I was hoping San Francisco would pull it out. Sometimes you just, Mahomes is one of the greatest, bro. He's not even 30 years old yet. He is going to be around for a while. And as a Cincinnati Bengals fan, man, we got to deal with them boys every year, man. We got to go see them boys. So, shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs. Well-earned victory, especially my man Kelsey. He went to the University of Cincinnati, so we got nothing but love for Kelsey. That was an instant classic, man. One of the greatest games ever. And Sister Glo, she's gonna be talking a little bit, but her Instagram is pinned to the top. For all you thirsty dudes out there, y'all want to shoot y'all shots, but too afraid to walk up to her. Go ahead and hit her Instagram up. It's all good. Life of Cash is in the building. What's good, fam? How you feeling, man? Shout out to D. I really want to know his podcast, man. I hope you can make it tomorrow, man. It's gonna be a pretty good show tomorrow. So, Cash, man, I hope you can come through, bro. It's gonna be fun. He's like, wipe your feet on the way in. Yes, please wipe your feet and hit that like and subscribe. Let's get the word out. We're at 1,820-ish. 2K on the way, man. So we got to start small. We get up to 2K, I'll be happy as hell. I can't wait to get there. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Dr. B in the building. Yo, what's good, fam? What's good? Always a pleasure to see you. Miss AKA lady in Central Florida. She on our soil, girl. She is close. You're going to meet her because she's going to come to one of our shows. So Miss AKA lady, hey, what's up? Appreciate all of you guys for being out here. All my ninja watchers, I love y'all. Keep ninja watching. Don't be afraid to like, subscribe, and comment. Don't be afraid, y'all. Don't be afraid. I don't bite all the time. You know what I mean? Dr. B, that game was nuts last night. It was. It's a great, great football game. Great football. You couldn't ask for anything better. And like I said, I see everybody showing love in the chat. And you guys see what I mean? It's going to be hard for me to keep up with the chat tonight, which is not a problem. So if you if you have a question for me or a comment, or you have something for Sister Glo next to me, comment, you're probably going to have to attach, I don't like a $1 super chat or something like that, or whatever it takes just to get my attention, so I can post it and then read your comment. So let's get into it. Glo, how you doing?
I'm good.
You good? You good?
Okay.
You
How are you?
nervous? I'm good.
No, not really.
You're not nervous? Not even a
No,
little bit,
I'm
huh?
excited.
All right. That's what's up. And I can see that, you see right there, Dr. B wants to know, she's Cuban. What
Dang,
are
how
you?
did you know?
You know what I mean? She didn't say, oh yeah, or nothing. How did he? Yeah, I'm wondering, like, how did you know? I did want to know this.
Actually,
You speak
sorry.
full, you are fluent Spanish?
hmm
Okay. You about
But
to
I'm
say
not
something?
full Cuban. My mom is Cuban and my dad's Mexican. But I grew up with my mom, so I'm more Cuban than Mexican. And I grew up. I was born here, so I'm like American Cuban.
Yeah, American Cuban. That's what's up, man. So, yeah, you ever been down to Miami?
Yeah, but when I was younger.
Yeah, we got to take you down to Calle Ocho, so you'll feel right at home down there. That's what's up. He said, "Oh, he saw the flag somewhere. I guess it was a flag somewhere. You know what I mean? So that's what's up. Flag on IG. See, look, they're already in your IG. Look at that, girl. They're already."
Yeah, I have it on here.
So while we're getting started, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get into the madness.
Okay, so my name is Gloria. I'm 21 years old. Um, right now, I'm just bartending. Yeah, I was born in Portland, Oregon, but I moved down here when I was like one. So I'm like a Florida native. Yeah, I'm like just really excited. I've been wanting to like get into the podcast world. I've watched a lot, but I'm excited to talk about this topic and like give my insight on like the dating world.
That's what's up, and that's what we're here to do. You see in the chat, they're like, "What? 21?" Yes,
Yeah.
21. This is like my little sister right here. Don't trip. Don't trip. I know they be saying like, established men want young women. That's true, but I'm different. And Lord tell you, I'm all about the business. We show up on Tuesday. I'm about it. Like let's get the crowd in here. Let's get the show going. I'm thinking about the show. I'm not easily distracted by a beautiful woman, but this is a very, very lovely young lady. Just so y'all know, I ain't blind now. I might be old, but I ain't blind. She be showing up. I'm like, damn, girl. So like,
I
woo-hoo.
appreciate it.
Oh, you're right. I told you a long time ago. I was like, hey, if I was 25 years younger, girl, you'd be in trouble. I'd chase you all through that club. But I wasn't as focused back then in my youth. I was a wild boy. I'm just gonna tell you right now. Look at Dr. B. She's cute. You better look out. They in your Instagram. You better look out. Your DMs are filling up.
I'll follow everyone back. I'm not
Word. Uh-oh. That's what's up. So, okay, let's get into this. What's the dating world like for you? As a young woman, 21 years old. I don't know if you know this or not, but you are in the most sought after group of women. Like that 18 to 24 cohort is like the peak. That's what you line up 100 dudes ages 18 to 70. Those dudes are gonna want to date women in your group. So what is it like for you today in this and here in Central Florida dating?
So I recently just got out of a relationship, maybe like in October of last year. So I haven't really been dating for that long. But I would say honestly, compared to like, and I'm still young, so I don't really know. Like I'm just speaking on like my experience. But like compared to like 2 years ago, when I was in the dating scene, it is really different. I feel like back then, like you were able to like show emotion, like show people that you like are interested. Nowadays, I just feel like it's a game of like, um, how do I explain it? Like, people aren't trying to show their emotions, or they're not trying to let people know how they feel. So it's like a guessing game, really. So like, I would
Well,
say,
okay. You say a guessing game. So today, so people like, are you saying that the mind games are at a higher level? You in your experience, like you don't really know what they're thinking. Can you
yeah,
expand on that a little bit?
I feel like, yeah, it's
Merch.
like you don't really know what people are thinking because they don't tell you. Like, if someone likes you, I feel like they don't want to they don't want to seem as like too vulnerable, or like that they're moving too fast. So I just
Hmm.
feel like it's like a guessing game. So you can have like a good date with someone, and then like the next day, like you just won't talk because like they're too in their head, or like they don't want to reach out first because of their ego, you know?
Word. So we do play we play a drinking game in the Meadow Swamp. It's called whenever a woman says I feel like, everyone has to drink. So
Oh
we're
my god.
already three shots in, right? So it's like if every time, three or four, every time you say I feel like, I'm gonna say merch. So every time you say I feel like, I'm gonna say merch, and that means we got a drink. Now I would do this in real life, but I don't want to die because most women say I feel like every other sentence. So okay, well, what you're describing to me now is pretty much on par for the way it was when I was coming up. Like it was a game to an extent. Like, all right, what's going on? I don't want her to know I really like her. And girls would say the same thing, talking to their friend. I don't want him to know that I like him unless he likes me. So you had that little game going on from like, elementary school all the way up through college. But then once you get, into the real world, the game drastically changes. So you think how would you like the game to be? Would you prefer that someone came and was just 100% honest up front?
Yeah, I feel like if you came to me and said, "Look, I
Merch.
don't want a relationship. I just want to, hang out as friends," I'm gonna be like, "Okay." If And then I'll be like, "Do I want that or do I not want that?" I would like that more instead of just like guessing. Like, I don't know where we stand, so I don't know if I should text you. If I text you, am I looking stupid? If I don't text you, am I missing out on something? Yeah, like that.
Hmm. And look at IRS merch
Yeah.
times three already. Look, we already be half drunk messing around with yourself. So, brother Tez is in the building. What's good, fam? Always a pleasure to see you. Brother IRS is in the building, man. Shout out to the Fresh and Fit fam. We in the building. Shout out to the Suzette speakers that are in here as well. Wonderful 34. What's good, fam? Always a pleasure to see you. Thanks for coming through. Appreciate the love. Life of Cash wants to know on showing emotions, men, women, or both.
I feel like it's men
Merch.
specifically,
Men.
because I feel like women are like really emotional. So like, if a girl likes you, she's gonna let you know. Guys just don't really like to open up, and they don't like to feel vulnerable. So I feel like it's mostly guys.
I don't know. And just as a hey, who's gonna do the official I feel like count? Because I think we're up to 8 right now. So I
No,
need somebody
I
to
don't
do the
think I've
official.
said it.
You don't
I
even
don't
realize you say it. That's why we love doing it.
think I said like
You,
a lot.
you just like I feel like, what I mean, that's everyone does. And that's just one of the things we normally say merch. You can look in the chat. Even Dr. B was like merch, IRS, merch times 3. I think we're up around, we're close to like 8 already. We're like, 14 minutes in. If we were playing a drinking game, we would need IVs because we would have to shoot everyone up with IVs because we would be done. But let's get back to it. I think that so you're saying that you would like it if men would be more honest with their emotions. Because I think women are out here playing. I
Really?
think I would say that women are toying with emotions more than men, or maybe is equal. And the reason I say that is because most women, they get their choice, right? They get their choice of dude. So they can play games. They're not worried about losing out to somebody. It's not a big thing because there's always another guy waiting in the wings. Whereas with men, I tell men myself, like, you got to be more guarded with your emotions. Don't let your emotions out. Like, emotions are like, that's powerful magic right there. That's strong medicine, as the Apaches would say back in the day. That's strong medicine. You need to be more guarded because I would argue that guys guys love harder than women. I think when a guy latches on, it's for him, it's forever. But for women, they might wake up a couple years later. I'm like, I'm ready to move on. I don't, there's something about the way he breathes. I don't like the way he breathes. I'm tired of him breathing. So I'm just gonna move on. You know what I mean? So that's that. So all right. And before you say you were dating, so you were recently single. How long was that relationship, if you don't mind me asking?
It was 2 years.
Oh, okay. So ain't 2 years. It's like 24 months, barely.
I feel like it was a long time.
Merch. 2 years, girl. Like that. Well, okay, I guess. I ain't mad. So who broke up? Did you break up with him or did he break up with you? Or
He broke up with me.
word?
Yeah.
Word? He broke up with you? That's rare. That's a very rare thing, having a guy actually break up.
Yeah. It was, but like, I don't know. It was like a messy situation.
Well, all situations are messy, aren't they?
Yeah. But I was kind of at fault. Like, I don't know. I feel like he had a reason to. I would be if I was in his position and I did what I did, even though it wasn't bad, I feel like it wasn't like no cheating or nothing like that. But I would be mad too.
Well, there are different levels of cheating. A lot of people think what cheating is they went and they slept with someone else. Like what cheating could just be they're emotionally attached to someone else. So they've gotten to a position where they are they are dependent on that person. They want that attention from someone else, and that could be considered cheating by some people. So wow, I'm not gonna pry. It doesn't sound like you want to share with us what you
Oh no,
did, but
it's fine.
well, go ahead then. Well, tell us. Shoot, do tell.
So basically, I was at my friend's house. And we were drinking. The friends I was hanging out with were kind of wild, so we would drink a lot. Like it was like 5 o'clock on a Monday afternoon, and we were like already blasted. So
Y'all were playing the I Feel Like game?
we weren't, but we were playing a drinking game. We would always play different drinking games. But so I was kind of drunk and he was calling me, but it was loud in there and like the music was loud, so I didn't answer, which I should have. And then he was texting me and I wasn't answering because I was like busy. And then like I did finally answer, but like I was drunk, so I answered and I was like laughing. So he like hung up on me and he thought I was doing something sneaky. He was like, "You're acting weird, so like I'm done." And I was like, "Damn." I was drunk. I was like, I didn't really process it till the next day. But yeah.
And I'm gonna ask a favor. I don't know if it's possible or not, but could you shut your door because I can hear
Yeah.
everyone coming? Is that possible? Hold on, I'll drop you down for a second. Yeah, man, because I think that women don't understand how serious dudes take it. Like, and I was just saying while you stepped away for a moment, I don't think women understand how serious dudes take that sort of thing. So when you were, he was upset because you were having a good time or whatever, he couldn't get a hold of you. And then when he got a hold of you, you were tipsy or whatever, you was, been drinking a little bit. Was he real upset because were you with mixed company? Were you with female friends and male friends, or was it just the girls?
It was just the girls.
Okay. Because that could have been another one of like, yo, like, yeah, you with dudes.
I think he thought I was with guys too.
Of course he did. That's where the rage came from.
Yeah.
That's what he was most concerned about. And that was the first time. So like first offense, boom, gone.
No, that wasn't the first offense.
Yeah,
that's why I was saying there was like it's like messy because there was like a lot of stuff like leading up to that. We were already having problems, so I feel like that was like the nail in the coffin for him.
That was it. That was the straw that broke the camel's back, as they say. Huh? He was like, all right, I'm done. You out of here.
Yeah.
All right. Mucho bueno on me, hermosa.
No, it says Mucho bueno, mi hermano. That means very good, my brother.
Ah, mi hermano. Okay, cool, cool. Y'all know my Spanish is bad, bad, bad. You know what I mean? Real, real bad. Miss AKA lady, women definitely rebound better. A man will terrorize every woman he encounters after he gets hurt. LOL. You know, some do. Some do. Those guys who don't keep their emotions in check, I tell them all the time, keep your emotions in check. And Dr. B, he met Hermana?
That means
Sister. Sister, yeah. You're gonna have to give me I'm gonna have to work on my Spanish when we on Tuesdays. I'm gonna come in there and just speak like just only answer me when I speak to you in Spanish. You know, like for like, I don't know, maybe like for an hour when we setting up. That'll help me work on my Spanish. It'll force me to be able to talk in Spanish. Okay, so that didn't work out, and now you're just kind of out here chilling. So what type of dude do you want? Like, you know, what kind of man are you looking for? And we're talking about personality, we're talking about height, income, you know, fitness, that sort of thing.
I haven't really thought about that. I know I definitely want a man that can make me laugh, because I feel like laughter, like just being funny, that's just like the best trait anyone could have.
Yeah,
Because
say that again, because y'all, you know, just so the people out there watching, I'm funny, ain't I, girl? Tell the truth.
yeah, I feel like that's the best trait you can have. Like if you're
Hands
funny,
down.
honestly, if you're funny, you don't really. No, I'm just playing, but definitely
You don't
have.
really what? Go ahead and finish that. You don't have to be what? You ain't got to be nothing else.
You gotta do nothing else. If you can just make me laugh. But no, I'm just playing. Definitely if you're funny, you have to have like some type of personality. Um, I would say looks don't matter, but I feel like they do. But I'm not really big on that. Um, just someone that can make me laugh. Someone that like I like to like go out and like discover new things. So if you like to explore, um, really physical features don't really matter to me. I don't really have like a type. Um,
Okay. So let me ask you this. If we had to boil it down to let's say like height, what are you looking for? Does height matter to you when you're trying to, you know, get a dude?
no, I like short kings.
What?
I would say like, okay, you have to be taller than me. I'm 5'5". So if you're like 5'5" and up, that's good. You can't be less than 5'5".
Okay. So it has to be taller than you. He has to be taller than you. All right. So what about income? Where you stand on the broke boys? Give us a number. What number, if you had to choose now, you remember you're putting together the best avatar possible. What income would you be looking for?
Um,
A minimum annual income per year, like 40,000, 50,000, whatever. What income would you use?
you see, I don't really think about that honestly,
But
but
I'm asking you to.
I don't even know, like 60K. I don't really know.
60K works for you, you think?
I don't know. Like if you make enough to like provide for yourself, that's fine with me, because I'm really independent. Like I don't really expect my significant other to pay for stuff for me. It would be nice, but I'm not the type to like be like, oh, you have to have money. You can't be broke. You can't like, yeah. I don't really care about that, but definitely
Okay.
enough to take me out on dates and stuff and buy me flowers and
Buy
stuff.
you stuff, say flowers and okay, because again we're so he can't be shorter than you, but he could make less than you, because I mean, you know, bartenders do pretty well.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So and I was, because you know, Miss AKA like she didn't say anything about six figures. That's one of the things. You know, if you line up a bunch of women, one of the things they'll say is they want a guy who is, you know, 6 feet or taller. They want a guy who's making $100,000 a year or more, and they want a guy who's fit. Where do you stand on that? Are you cool with the chubby boys, or you got to have a guy who's all ripped up?
Yeah, I kind of don't like.
No fatties.
That's kind of rude to say.
I said
I'm
it. You ain't said it. I said it. I said it. Hey, no fatties. That's what I said.
looking
You
at this
just
comment right here where it says, "So a fat, short, funny, broke guy got a chance." Come on now. No, I didn't say that. I
that's
didn't say that. Like,
so. But the short, if he's short and broke, he might have a shot.
why are you saying broke like that? Not broke.
Okay,
Like you
he's
gotta
short
have a
and
provide for yourself.
all right. Let's say he's making the average that a man in Florida makes, which is right around $55,000 a year. Right? He's got a roommate. He's got a cool spot. He's got a roommate, or he's living in his parents' basement, but like separate interests and all that. He's about like he's an inch taller than you, and he's funny. That guy has a shot.
Wait, can you say it again? You said he lives in his.
He lives in his parents' basement, but it's a separate entrance. So you ain't gotta go, but he's in his parents' basement or whatever, or guest house or whatever. I'm originally from the Midwest, so we got basements. Ain't no basements out here in Florida, but maybe the guest house or something like that, right? He's in shape, he's funny, and he's making like $55,000 a year.
And he's the same age as me, like 21.
Yeah, well, yeah. I was gonna ask you. I didn't get to that part. You like him older? You like him younger? Or what you want? You like an 18-year-old? What you want?
I would if it like I don't care about him living with his parents because I know the rent is crazy out here. What you just described, I wouldn't mind because yeah, I wouldn't mind. But what was the second question?
Well, because in IRS's statement, brother IRS was saying, well, he's fat, short, and broke. He would have a chance. You were like, nah. He was like, nah. So, but okay, cool.
Oh, you said the age. What age?
Oh,
I
age,
usually
yeah.
no more than like 30. Like maybe 26 is pushing it. Like that's the last.
So 30 would be maybe too much. 31 definitely, but 30 you would kind of like maybe. So anyone over 30. But most dudes don't really they don't get themselves together financially until they're like in their mid 30s.
You're right. That's why it's like impossible to find.
It's impossible. I mean, not all. Not all. Miss AKA. So it's funny how many women come on here and say the opposite of what y'all say. Could it be possible that we all aren't lying? Could be. But there's thousands of hours of footage of women saying what they say. You know what I mean? And so here's the thing, and this is what Miss AKA lady is talking about. There are a lot of people out there who believe that, especially young women will say that, or women in general, again, they want the guy who's 6 feet, 6 figures, he's in shape, he has a 6-pack, you know what I mean? He's charismatic, he's funny, he's fun to be around, he's good with children, you know what I mean? Your cat likes him. He's like, they list all these things that they want in a dude. And I'm asking you to build your perfect avatar. And you seem to be kind of focusing on someone who can, he can take care of himself, but he doesn't have to be, extremely wealthy. He's funny. He's like, he doesn't have to be all ripped up, but he can't be obese. Okay, you cool with that. And you want someone who's gonna be out there and it's kind of cool with you, right? So, and Miss AKA Elliot is saying, hey, you get people on here, these women are saying something different than what the other women are saying. Do you know women out there who just seek out these guys who have money? They don't care how old they are. They just want dudes and money. Is that something you see out there in the world, especially in your line of work?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have that many friends that are like that, but on Instagram, I do see that a lot. That like girls are really just interested in like, oh, can you pay for my dinner? Can you pay for my nails? Can you pay for my hair? And it's just like all that stuff is expensive. Like I don't expect my partner to or someone I'm dating to pay for all that because it's really expensive. I mean, maybe like you can pay for my nails, I'll pay for my hair, but everything, and it's like, I don't know. I really don't go after people because of their money. I feel like money isn't like all that to me, honestly. But
And Miss AKA, she's like, exactly, Instagram. Like she just gets so mad at us because we point stuff out. And it's not just Instagram, it's other people who aren't on Instagram say these things. But I don't think it's, the end all to be all. Brother Pitney's in the building. Was good, fam. He said you were capping earlier. He had the cap emojis in
no,
there,
no
but you
cap.
were able to, no cap. You was able to come back with it. Um, so we kind of got them. Okay, we got your avatar down there of the type of dude. Like, okay, you're not really interested in the people who are, like, let's say, like, severely overweight or obese. Which I ain't mad at you. That's kind of like 70-75% of America fits in that category. So you like the guy you're looking for is in that 25%. You know what I mean? That 25 to 30%. You don't seem to care about like so that whole 6-figure thing. Not really high up on your list right now.
No, it would be nice. It would be nice to have someone like take care of me, but I didn't grow up like that. Like I grew up seeing my mom do everything for herself, so like I don't really need a man to buy me stuff. It would be nice. It would be nice. Like I'm not gonna complain, but I'm not really looking for that type of. I'm not that type of person. Like
At
it doesn't.
all. And I can vouch for that. I mean, you're very mellow. Like you're very cool. You take care of business. You're very professional. Like I can tell you when you come to work, you come to work. You ain't out there trying to do anything extra. You trying to handle your business. I've seen people try to holler at you at work and you're just kind of like, they say what they say, holla, 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 holla. And you're like, would you like another one? Like,
That's literally what I do. Like on Saturdays, they'll like talk to me. They'll be like, "Oh, you're so beautiful." I'll be like, "Oh, okay. Are you good though? Do you need another drink?" Like I try to like stray away from it, like as like nicely as I can. But
as
yeah,
nicely. So Wonderful 34 is in the building. I don't know if I gave you your flowers, man, but there you go. And we got Life and Cash are kind of saying a thing, some things that because we're asking you what you like. And what I'm doing is setting up something for later in the show when we talk about kind of what men are looking for. But what he's saying about most men don't like independent, they don't want an independent woman. Those women out there saying, I don't need no man, I got my own house, I got my own car. Um, and then Life of Cash is also saying strong, independent, don't need no man. What's your take on that? Do you consider yourself one of those strong, independent women? Was like, I don't need no guy, and the guy I'm gonna take is gonna be on my terms, or are you more of just let's see what's out here, let's see what we're trying to do? Where do you stand on that?
I feel like
Merch.
I am very independent. Um, I don't really. How do I say this? I'm very independent, but I don't like being alone, which kind of contradicts one another. But I'm sorry, what was the question again?
So where do you stand on that? So are you the woman who was like, my independence is more important than me having someone, which it sounds like it's not. Like I know women who are like, I'm independent. If you want to be with me, then you got to jump through all these hoops and what I say goes, and you're gonna have to be what I tell you to be. Or is it more with you that your independence is a safety net? Like, okay, I know I got to be able to take care of myself, but like you said earlier, it would be nice to have someone who could do that for me. You know what I mean? Okay. So where do you stand in that? Which one works better for you?
Definitely the second one, because yeah, it would be nice to have someone take care of me. But I'm not out here like, oh, like I'm not out here dubbing guys because like they don't have their stuff together, or like I don't tell them, oh, I'm independent, I don't need a man. Like you gotta like prove yourself to talk to me. I'm not like that. So
Hmm.
more the second one.
More the second one. So okay. So and is this something you learned in the household growing up, or where did you come to this mindset? How did you come to this mindset?
Yeah, I would say like I did see it with my mom because she was a single parent, so like we really didn't have a father figure around. So for her it was like she doesn't need a man, but she wasn't looking either. And if she did have a guy, she would let him take care of her. She wasn't like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. But I would say I saw it like growing up in the household.
Okay. And Miss AK is saying, she's saying, look, a woman would be dumb if she didn't develop her own career slant income. if y'all seen the price of everything, like most people need two incomes to be comfortable anyway. Being independent is essential. So would you agree wholeheartedly with that, especially the last part? Is being independent, in your opinion, essential for young women today and women in general?
Yes, that is true. That's so true. Like what she's saying about um if we like we would be dumb if we didn't have our own source of income, because one day that man can up and leave. Like he can just snap like that. He's out of your life, and then you're left without no money, no house, no car, nothing. And it's like, damn, if you had your own career, if you had your own money, your own business, that wouldn't have been a problem with you. You could have snapped back. But since you didn't, and this guy just left you, now you're just like out here trying to survive. So that's another reason, like I feel like it's good to have my own money and like not depend on and be independent.
Merch. We are at about, what's the official I feel like count out there, gentlemen? We tracking this. We tracking this.
So sorry.
No, it's fun. We love it. We love it. So okay, I could get behind that, but I guess my only pushback on that would be, especially here in America, America's society, um, they have a safety net for that, and it's called marriage. So if you get married to a dude and he decides to just leave you, right? Or you decide to leave him, you're not going to be just left there high and dry, right? You're going to get at least half the stuff. We're going to probably wind up with the house. You're going to get half of his retirement. You're going to get, you know what I mean? You might get alimony if there's kids involved. You're going to get child support. So, I mean, because everything you said makes sense if you're single. Do you plan maybe? Do you see yourself being married? Is that kind of like the goal at some point or no?
Yeah, I want to get married and have a family.
Word?
Yeah. I don't know. When I used to serve at this restaurant, I used to just see like families come in like with their kids, and I would be like, that's kind of nice. Like I want that. I want to be able to go out with my family, like have fun with the kids and my husband.
That's what's up. So among the women that like your friends and like and people y'all kick it with and when y'all go out or whatever, even strangers, just people y'all just, click up with or whatever, would you say that most young women want to be married, or is it most young women probably just want to be independent and do their own thing?
I would say it's a little bit of both. I feel like
Merch. Look, IRS was like, yo, man, I lost count at 25.
yeah, I think it's both, because marriage is like, for a lot of people, it's like the ultimate goal. For women, I feel like it's also like the ultimate goal, because I don't know, every lady wants to like, or every woman wants to like go through that, in my opinion, like have a wedding, have like the reception and all that with the dress and stuff.
That's what's up. And one of the things that I say, and this is just my take on it, this old man's take on this, is I would say most women today want the wedding, but they don't
Yeah.
want to be married.
Mm.
Right? Because they get in there and you look at it like, 70 to 80% of the time when there is a divorce, that's initiated by the woman. I'm not saying that she doesn't have her reasons, but I'm just saying 78% of the time it's initiated by the woman. And right around 50% of marriages end in divorce in this country. So I just believe that, people want that day. Even there are dudes out there like they want that day, but I'm not quite sure if they want that marriage. So there's one thing I wanted to say about this is I want to ask you before we get into our first video. Do men approach you like when you're out and about doing your thing? Do they really approach you, or or is your DMs full? Actually, you might have to check at some point because I'm pretty sure you're getting hit up right now. But what's it like out there today? Do men actually approach you?
It really depends. Sometimes I'll go out and like I'll have like not five, maybe like 1 to 3 dudes come up to me. And then there are some nights where I go out and I don't have no dudes come up to me. So I really just think it depends. Like, I don't know. It really just depends on like how I look, I guess, or what they're feeling. Cause yeah, sometimes it'll be like 1 to 3, 1 to 4. And sometimes it'll be like none. And my DMs, yeah, they're
They're what?
not full. They're not full, but
Say they
some,
damn near full.
there's some messages in there.
They trying to holler at you. So would you say that I guess most men today are maybe intimidated or I'm not gonna say intimidated. They're more comfortable DMing you versus actually coming up to you in public.
Yes, definitely. 100%.
So what's your take on that? Which would you prefer?
I'm honestly a very, very shy person. So I prefer the DMs, but it just has to be like, you got to catch me on a good day where I'm really feeling confident. But yeah, I've only went up to a guy one time, or no, twice in like real life, because I'm so shy. Like, I don't know. I just don't know how I would initiate the conversation, but I would
You've
definitely.
actually shot your shot at dudes in public?
Yeah, twice. The first time, the guy had a girlfriend.
Oh, he still tried to get at you though, didn't he? Like, you're slide me that Instagram real quick.
No, he was really respectful. He was like, "No, I have a girlfriend." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's fine."
Was she standing right there, like one of these?
No, I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. But no, he was with one of his friends. And then the second guy, he gave me his number. And I was so nervous to go up to him, which I don't know why. After I did it, I was like, wow, that was like not even that bad. But I definitely prefer online.
Okay. So, and then I want to ask you this last question. We're going to roll into the first video. It, how should I phrase this? So, do you see the majority of men that are out there? In other words, like if you're walking through CVS or if you're like at the bar, like where you're working, do you see all the men or do you only see the guys that you're attracted to?
I feel like the first one.
Okay. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that because men see all the women. It doesn't like there are. I don't think there are any women who are invisible, especially attractive women. I dare say that you will never be invisible to dudes when you're out there walking around. Even those days, then they don't approach you. I'm sure you turn their heads. You know what I mean? Because you're a little cutie. You know what I mean? You out there turning heads.
Thank you.
But they say that most women only see like the top percentile of dudes. Like the vast majority of women do not see 80% of men. 80% of all the men out there are virtually invisible to most women. Would you say that's true, kind of true, or that's a crazy statement?
I feel like has some truth to it.
When I
when I walk into a room, I'll like look around, I'll see everyone, and I'll see the guys that are cute, but like I like look at everyone. I don't really like. Yeah, I don't.
That's hilarious. You see the guys that are cute. All the other guys, you just see their clothes. It don't be a person there. Just be like, just a hat and a shirt, no face, no arms. But when you see the whole,
I'll just like scan, and if I see someone, oh, okay, you're cute, and then I'll scan. No, you're not. Looking for the cute one.
Hey, I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Let's see. It was someone I wanted to. Yes, here he is, right here. Level Up Man's in the building. What's good, man? What's good, my southern brother, man, from down Louisiana? You're like, women are so afraid of men leaving them with nothing, yet women are the ones that initiate the breakups. Not here. Glo already told us, man. She just broke up and she did not initiate that. The overwhelming majority of the time, which I agree with, bro. I agree with you, man. Welcome. Thanks for coming through, brother. I appreciate you. So we're going to roll into our first video. This video is Courtney Ryan. And the title of the video on her channel, and she did this about a year ago, women find 80% of men unattractive, hypergamy, or are men just ugly? That's funny. Damn. And she just keeping it 100, and she's like, are men just ugly, or is this hypergamy? What's going on? I keep hitting the wrong buttons. I got to produce this thing. I'm back here reading the chats, showing chats, moving stuff around. Sometimes I mess up because I'm old. So I'm just saying, people got, sometimes my chat can be hard on me. My day ones, be like, get together, Unc. I'm like, my bad, y'all. I'll be moving stuff around wrong. But let's get into this video.
actually going to be going through a study that was done, which is why people are talking about this in the first place. And then also a Reddit thread that I found that kind of discusses this phenomenon that's going on that I think just helps add some different perspectives into this topic. So let's get into it. Okay, so women find 80% of men unattractive, says crazy study. And this was in 2018, so this is nothing new. I just recently found out about this. I didn't know about it. And I just wanted to offer, again, my perspective as a woman, which some of you care about, some of you don't. So this says, women are often thought of as picky, especially where men are concerned. True, we all know that from being on my channel and talking to different women. Some single women are known to have lists of characteristics that their ideal man must possess, like great abs, a sense of humor, a 6-figure income, and a nice car. Sounds about right, give or take some, depending on the woman. When a woman meets a potential mate, she has to decide which of these traits are deal breakers and which she can let go. No matter how selective a woman might be, some have strict physical attributes from their must-haves list, as an OkCupid study found that women find 80% of men unattractive. OkCupid looked at their users and came up with this chart. It says, if you look at the gray line, you can see that women rate a whopping 80% of men as worse looking than medium. Oh, you're just medium ugly.
So far, what are you thinking with this, man? Because is it that women view technology in a way that they can be extremely harsh because it's OkCupid or it's Match, it's Bumble, it's Tinder, it's Hinge, versus in real life when they can actually see the dude in the room and he doesn't have to be drop dead gorgeous because they can see his biceps, or he doesn't have to be drop dead gorgeous because he pulled up in a Lamborghini. What's your type on that? What's your take on that?
I feel like it's definitely true. Like, since it's online, I feel like they can be more picky. Yeah.
Is that something? Have you ever tried online dating?
Yeah, I have. It was
okay. What platform was it? And yeah, what was your experience?
I was on Tinder. I used it just like a few times when I was bored, but I saw that nothing really transpired. Like, it was like, I think I went on like 2 dates. The first guy like ghosted me after, which I was gonna do that anyway.
Wait, y'all went on a date. He ghosted you first. You was gonna ghost him anyway. But so you went on 2 days. The first date, y'all met up in real life. No conversation, or what was it about that first date?
It wasn't even really a date. It was like we sat in the car and we talked. We did have a conversation. I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe he just wasn't messing with my energy, but yeah, we just talked, and I was like, I'm not really interested, but I wasn't gonna ghost him right then and there. Like, I was gonna talk to him.
So you was gonna wait a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna give him a chance, but the second one, I don't even remember. I just think after the first one, like after those two, I just stopped. But like, I've heard my friend actually, she downloaded Tinder for the first time last year after she got after she got broken up with, and the first match that she got, she actually they started dating, and they've been dating for like a year. So I feel like it really depends on the person. Some people it works with, some people it doesn't.
I mean, when it comes to, like, I tell dudes, when it comes to dating apps, it's like, it depends on what you're looking for. Dating apps are not good for men, in my opinion. If you're a top tier dude, if you're a handsome fella, you're in shape and all that, you can get success from Instagram. You know what I mean? Fresh Prince CEO, one half of Fresh and Fit, good friend of the Fresh and Fit podcast, good friend of mine. He said this over 2 years ago. He was like, yeah, Instagram is the number one dating app on the planet because people are basically using Instagram to source dates. Would you agree with that or no?
Like, using Instagram to look for partners?
Yeah.
I've done that.
Yeah, I bet you. Yeah, girl, I bet you have. You know what I mean? Doing it right now. We got your Instagram pinned to the top of this chat, as a matter of fact. People hitting you up. What's up, girl? What's happening? Yeah. So I tell dudes all the time, like, man, there's, and we know this, people have done tons of unofficial studies, and you can see videos of, if you got a profile of an attractive woman, like if I took your profile, your Tinder or Match profile or whatever, I'm going to get inundated with matches, with, winks, with messages, with all sorts of stuff. But then you take a guy who is equally attractive as you, his dating app is going to get way less hits. And I tell dudes, it's like, it's a good way to source. If you're going to do it, just kind of use it as another funnel. But if you're really trying to get at some people, I encourage Instagram, especially for you youngins. I'm an old dude. I'm going to come up to you. I'm going to holler at you. I'm that guy. I'm still holler, holler, holler. If I like you, I'm going to come see you. But most of these dudes, they don't have the skill set to do that. And like you said, you prefer that they actually approach you in real life, or did you say you prefer that they hit you in your DMs?
I said I would prefer to like text somebody on Instagram, but I feel like if a guy comes up to me, that's like something different. So I think the real life, because on Instagram it's just like texting. You're just like texting them like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, oh, I'm good. It's like you don't really get to know a person like that. I feel like.
Right. I feel you. All right. So, all right, let's listen to a little bit more of what Sister Courtney has to say. This one.
That's pretty harsh, ladies. Yeah. On the other hand, when it comes to actually making contact with a potential date, women shift their expectations only minimally ahead of the curve, which is better than the males who go after the women that are way out of their league. With basic ratings so off kilter, the two curves suggest some unique interpretations of the female thought process. The most striking one is that the average looking female believes that most men aren't hot enough for her, but she decides to message them anyway. Oh, yeah, this is nothing new here. I mean, if you ever watched Kevin Samuels in the past, you would have, and I don't want to sound mean when I say this, okay? I mean this in the most kind, maybe kind is not the word. I mean this in the most respectful way. Very average looking women would be on there requesting men who make over $100,000, who are over 6 feet. They want like a $200,000 engagement ring. The list of demands is just outrageous, right? Is every woman like that? No. I hope that from my channel you've gathered that not every single woman is looking for those things, but a lot of women have crazy unrealistic standards on their list of requirements, right? Nothing new. To show.
So what's your take on that? Do you know, because you're younger, I believe that women who are younger don't really have that experience off rip. Now, I mean, you're not ugly, and you're not average looking, so it's kind of hard for me to kind of, get a good grasp of this. But what she said there, do you have you seen that? When you see women that are like, man, this woman is subpar. Like, how is it she's demanding some dude who is an NBA player, is like, 6'4", he's making, six figures plus a year. You have a take on that?
Yeah, I feel like.
Don't be scared now. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I feel like if you're not like, if you're average look, if you're demanding stuff that is like way out of pocket, and you don't, like, say you demand a guy to like drive a car like a Ferrari, and you don't got a car, like, why are you demanding that if you can't do it yourself? Like, definitely outrageous, the demands.
Right. So basically, if you're a brokey, how dare you turn your nose up at a fellow brokey or someone who's not as broke as you? Like, here's like you out here, you living off your parents and your broke OnlyFans account. Like, oh, I got OnlyFans account, I'm making $150 a month. But you turning your nose up at the dude who's managing down here at Target, and this guy's making, $85,000 a year. So you're saying women shouldn't really do that. That's not realistic.
Yeah. Unless you got it.
Unless you got what?
Unless you got it, don't like ask for it. Like, if you don't got it, why are you asking for it?
Because my thing, if she's fine enough, she can ask for whatever, and it gets into different layers. It gets into different layers, right? It's kind of like a dude. The dude could be, chubby, not that attractive, but the guy has a yacht, private jet. He's making, $5 million a month. That dude is gonna have, he can ask for more because he brings more on the back end. But my thing is, when you get women who are, a little bit older, few extra pounds, couple kids, couple baby daddies, Like, I'm sorry, like, you can ask for whatever you want, but I don't think it's realistic that you're gonna get a guy, you know, who's 25 years old and just signed $100 million contract with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't think you're gonna get that guy. Now, if you can get him, more power to you. You know what I mean? Box that up and sell it. Whatever you said to that dude, write it up and sell it, because that's gold. But I don't know. That's my take on that. But a lot of women, irregardless of where they sit on that sexual marketplace, that scale, that, you know, that sliding scale from 1 to 10, no matter where she sits, she's gonna demand the absolute best. Have you ever had an associate that you had to that you saw was like that? You know, maybe a few extra pounds, horrible attitude. It's like, forget that dude over there. And if so, did you correct them? Like, should those people get corrected by their social circle?
Definitely. I feel like
Merch. We're dead. Everyone's dead from alcohol poisoning at this point. We were playing the game, will none of us be able to sit up straight?
yeah, definitely. If you feel like, if you don't agree with what your friend or like close friend is doing, you should definitely tell them what's up, because they need to know. And if you tell them and they don't change, then that's on them. Like, at least you help them. But
ooh. So you're like, okay, so you should keep them grounded as best you can. And if it costs a friendship, then that is what it is, right?
you just gotta be.
All right, I ain't mad at you. We got Scam Likely in the building. Dusto, what's good, fam? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, that's cool. I haven't met a lot of women where I've had this conversation and they would agree with that statement, which, you know what I mean? I think that's good that you made that statement. I think that's fire. I think more people should be. Men are realistic like that. If I'm with a dude, one of the dudes in our crew, and he's just out of pocket, we're going to tell him he out of pocket. Like, bro, you out of pocket.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you got a problem with it, like, we can step outside or whatever. You know what I mean? But women tend to tell you, go girl, like they don't care. Like, you know, she's 5'5" and 385 pounds. You go girl. Go ahead and wear that skirt. Like, ooh, nah, don't put that skirt on.
Yeah, I have a friend like that. That, like, I'll ask her. The other day I asked her, does my makeup, or I asked her if my lashes were on, if they look like wonky. She was like, yeah, they do. I was like, oh, okay, thank you for letting me know, because now I know not to go out like this. Like, you need people like that.
Yes, that's what's up. And if you can't count on your friend to tell you the truth, now they got you out here looking all crazy.
Right.
Well, you know, some people do that as a strategy when they know, like, shoot, I'm not as fine as Glo, so I hope her stuff is on wonky, so that might give me a shot. This dude might pass her up.
No, that's so bad to think like that.
But you know, all's fair in love and war. Love and war. That's what they say. I'm with you though. I'm absolutely with you on that. They shouldn't be doing that. All right, we're gonna watch just a little bit more of the video, and then I got some more questions for you.
So that some women may be operating on a very different scale. OkCupid shared some pictures of men who are fine looking. Some might say cute even, but that women have rated them as significantly less attractive than the so-called medium. Oh, first guy, 7, super cute. Cute, 7, 6, probably 5.5. That's still medium. Okay, maybe none of them are Ryan Gosling, but if they weren't Ryan Gosling, would you still rate them high on the hot meter? From this, one might think that it's the female, not the male, who has unrealistic standards of what average men should look like. It seems like women are way beyond picky. So I put together some thoughts of mine after reading this article of like, why are women so picky on dating apps specifically? My first thought here is just about dating apps in general. I think women have a tendency to be extra picky and extra harsh when they're on a dating app, because you're quite literally like comparing people that you're swiping through. You're swiping from one guy to the next, and all you really have to base an opinion on is how attractive he is in his photos, right? Let's be honest. No one really reads bios and the rest of your profile as much as they are concerned with your photos. So if you're not.
So when you were on dating apps for that hot second, did you read bios or you just looked at the pictures?
Most of the time I would just look at the pictures. I would look in the bio to see like how old they are, like if they live close or not, and like their Instagram, but I'm definitely looking at the picture.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't mad at you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I think that when it comes to the sexual marketplace, the way men select and the way women select are way different. But a lot of women say that looks don't really matter, or they'll say looks matter, but then come across that guy who is extremely wealthy. I think it was Jay-Z who said it, like, ain't no such thing as an ugly billionaire. So you know what I mean? So that's a good question. If you came across a guy who was really, really into you, but he was fat. Like, he was fat dude, you know what I mean? Straight up Gordo, but but like he came from a wealthy family. Like, dude, he's doing well. He's making $300,000 a year. His family is worth, hundreds of millions. Would you? And he made you laugh. Would you consider that guy? Would the money come into the process even a little bit? Would you consider the money?
If I wasn't attracted to him, no. Like, if he made me laugh, but if there's no like attraction, no, I wouldn't care about the money.
Oh, damn! I believe you, Chad. Is she capping? Because I believe her, and that's because I know you. I know you. So I've interacted with you. I believe you, but any other woman, I probably would be putting my cap on right now. Like, I think she on some bullshit. But I do believe you right now. I could be wrong, but I believe you. Brother Mandrell in the building. My favorite Green Beret was good. B Stone in the building. DL saying thank you for this conversation, man. Hey, you're welcome, bro. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you, man. Don't forget to hit that like button on the way in, subscribe, all that good stuff. Miss AKA lady, but does he have to lift that belly to get it though? Hey, Miss AKA lady, if he gotta lift that belly, but he got a jet. He got a jet. I don't see what's you done, girl.
No, I can't. Like, and I'm not even trying to be like, I'm not trying to body shame or nothing, but
ain't nothing wrong, but it's the truth. He gonna have to lift that belly. I mean, I know people look down, they can't, all they seeing is belly. They can't see nothing else. I don't care how long it is, they can't see nothing else. You know what I mean? Dr. B is saying she's young, so she prioritizes attraction over security. Huh? That's a good point. That's a good point. Do you think that as women age, their the traits that they look for in men changes? It kind of evolves as they get older, or would you say that they just hold on to it from start to finish?
I think it definitely changes. Because as you grow older, you like realize what you need, like what you actually need in life. Because for me, like I can say I want to get married, but then maybe like 10 years later, I change my mind. So I feel like it definitely changes as you get older. What do you
okay
for guys?
Oh, it doesn't change for men. Men gonna want that. Yeah, like I said, men from age 17 up to 70, he's gonna want a young, beautiful, fit, friendly, feminine woman. That's what he's gonna want. That's never gonna change. Now, what changes is what can he get? What does he qualify for? So, someone like myself, I'm in my 50s. I'm retired. I have great social game. I have great regular game. Like, I know how to talk to people. I know how to do things. I can be picky or more picky than a dude who, who's not financially stable, who is, maybe he's shorter, maybe he's a little out of shape. I can be more pickier than that guy because I have more options than that dude. Right. So men understand where they are in the scheme of things. So that dude might come into, like, he might, boom, he invested in crypto, Bitcoin earlier. He went from being a brokey to now, he's sitting on 10, 15 million. He's got some choices. The thing is, if he doesn't get his game together, he's going to come up on the wrong woman and she's just going to get in his pockets and he ain't never going to get her out of there. You know what I mean? So there are dudes out there who understand that. As I age, I just think about the women you might know in their 50s. I didn't just get to 50. I've been 50 for a little while. Think about the women in their 50s. And compare them to the women in their 40s, 30s, 20s. You're gonna want to find one, right? Like, why would I? If I come across a woman who's as lovely as you, and she's 35. Why wouldn't I date her?
Right.
You know what I mean? Why wouldn't I date her? And they're like, no, you should date your age. Like, have you seen the women my age? They don't look like Selma Hayek. Not all of them. You know, I come across Selma Hayek is on. But in lieu of that, and then there's attitude, and there's a bunch of other stuff that comes into play. Like, is she gonna listen to me? Is she gonna add value to my life? Is she gonna jump on board with me, get on my team where I'm the coach, I'm the owner, and she's gonna do what we need to do to get better? Or is she gonna try to make me get on her team? She's like, well, I'm independent. You gotta be on my team and do what's best for me. You got all these other factors to come into play. But bottom line, dude wants to get the most beautiful woman that he can get. That's what he wants. And if the dude's trying to have kids, he's gonna want to get the most youthful, fertile woman he can get. He's not trying to, get with a woman, she's in her 40s and he's trying to have kids.
Right.
That's a tough sell. We got Brother Nightis in the building. What's good, fam? Shout out to you. Shout out to the chat. So let me ask you this. How do you feel about simps?
Honestly, like, what do you define as a simp?
A simpleton is a guy who will continue to add value or give resources, attention, that sort of thing to a woman and get nothing in return. Right? Absolutely nothing in return. And to give an example, a simpleton would be a guy who's into you. He likes you. He told you he likes you. He's demonstrating that he wants to spend time with you. He's there for you emotionally. Like, whenever you call, he picks up the phone. He's liking all your pictures on Instagram. If you just say anything like, you know what, I got a flat tire, he's over there to change the tire for you. And you just put him in the friend zone. That's nothing on you. You just like, you're just not my type. You know what I mean? You got a belly. I ain't in the bellies. You ain't that funny, whatever the case may be. But he continues to invest in you these things. I think that's a simpleton. You know what I mean? What do you think? What do you think a simp is?
I feel like a simp is like someone who like is constantly chasing a girl, and like, well, I have like a few definitions. That's my first one. Or like a guy that shows a lot of love. I don't see a simp as a bad thing. I feel like it's someone that shows a lot of love, like shows their girl that they like love them a lot. Like, they're always hugging up on them, a lot of PDA. That's what I mean,
okay, it's fine to show a lot of love if she loves you back. Like, you feel me? Like,
so if she loves you back, is that being a simp still or no?
No, it's not being a simp. Like, if she loves you back and you guys are in a relationship. So most simpletons are dealing with women that don't want them in a romantic sense. And so what they do is they're happy to sit there in the friend zone and they wait. They're waiting for a moment of weakness. And in the meantime, they're like, wanting to hold hands. They're doing all the stuff that you just said. And that's a very bad thing. Now, if you're with a woman and she's reciprocating in her way, like, like you're taking her out to dinner, but she insists upon paying for the movie, or she calls you up for the Netflix and chill, and she's ready to do the, you know what I mean? She's ready to have some fun. She's ready to do what she's supposed to do, grown-up business. He's getting that because, let's face it, that's what most men want, right? They want the physicality that comes with the relationship. You're trying to get sexual access. So she's giving you that, but she's also confiding in you, and she's not messing with other men. Like, she's your woman. Then, of course, you're supposed to treat her accordingly. You know what I mean? Like, y'all got something going on. But the guys who treat you like that and they get nothing in return, you could pick up your phone and call him like, I can't believe I went down on my boyfriend. I can't believe that, he just put me out as soon as I was finished. And that guy's like, oh, it's okay. But in his mind, he's like, I wish you'd go down on me. You see what I'm saying? Those are the simpletons.
I kind of feel bad for them.
I don't feel bad for them at all. I mean, you winning, right? You winning. Myron Gaines says this all the time when you get into this, the dating game, is you're trying to get what you want from the opposite side without giving away what they want. So men want sexual access. They want exclusivity. They want a woman who's gonna be there and listen to him and do all that good stuff. And if a woman can get all those things from him without him getting the things that he wants from her, then she wins. So I kind of said that wrong, but she wants security. She wants attention. She wants validation. She wants stuff like that, like, gifts and all this, whatever it is she wants. And he wants sex and he wants all these other things. So if she can get all the things that she wants from him without giving him sex, he wins, and vice versa. Which kind of sucks. One of the, when you're looking at it like that, one person's going to lose. But when they come together and they want to be with one another and those things are shared and the value exchange is equal, then that's when I believe you win as a couple, but the game we in now is a vicious game out here, girl. These dudes and these girls out here doing it. So yeah, I think being a simp is a bad thing. Brother Pitney is like a simp, a man who engages in an unfair exchange of value with a woman over a long term. That's the easiest way to put it. I do agree with that. And Level Up Man is saying the same thing. Simp is a man who invests his time, energy, intention, and resources into a woman who has not earned it from him. So you kind of see where the guys are coming from, right? They're like these simpletons, but you're like, oh, but they're so nice. Right? He's taking me to dinner. You know what I mean? He's flying me, he's taking me all these experiences. He's protecting me. I feel safe with him. You know what I mean? I can get completely naked and go to bed with him and he won't touch me. That's great.
Oh no. It's kind of bad though, like on both parts, because like they're just taking advantage of the guys, but also the guy is just like I don't know, they're just both messed up. The guy's letting her take advantage too. That's kind of,
and I agree with IRS. Like simps are a huge plague to society. The reason I believe that women are out here kind of asking for things that they're asking for, like you got these women who are like not as attractive, right? You got women who are less than average, like say a 5 or a 4. 5 being average, maybe a 4. And she's demanding all these things from men. Well, why is she doing it? Because she's been successful demanding stuff from men. Right? These guys are coming out here and they're doing everything she asks, right? Because she got all these simpletons and it messes the game up for everyone else. It's like, damn. So I'll come across, there's some bold women out here who are barely average. And unfortunately, some of them will run up on me in the real world. And I feel bad for them. I feel bad for them. Like, what? Nah, baby. Or I'll tell them, like, what's up with your girl? Who's that? Tell her to come here. And they get mad.
the girls.
Yeah, they'll get, because the unattractive woman to come up to me talking big, and I'll just say, why don't you introduce me to your friend?
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's like, come on now.
I would be like, okay, here's my friend.
Yeah, but if you approach the dude, he ain't trying to find out who your friend, he's trying to find out who you are. You see, there is a threshold. Like dudes want what they want. Like just like you look at the pictures when you were online dating for that hot second, dude is looking at you or all the other attractive women like, yeah, I want to holler at her. So luckily for me, I'm focused on what we're doing. I'm focused on Comedy Arc. I'm focused on some other things that I have going on this platform and some other stuff. I'm not really chasing because it takes a lot of effort and energy just to run a rotation. Now, let me ask you this.
Right. That's so
if you're with a dude, let's say you're with a guy who's like legit multimillionaire, famous, like, he's an actor or something like that. You name the actor, he's out there killing it. And he's into you. He wants to marries you, but he tells you every now and then, I'm going to go out and I'm going to mess, I might smash a woman here and there, but I'm always going to come home to you. I'm never going to bring any diseases or babies home to you. I'm going to marry you. You get the ring, the last name, and all this stuff. Would you accept him under those terms? He's funny. He's in shape. He's paid.
Or do I got to stay loyal?
You have to stay loyal. You can't go out and mess around.
I don't know. That's
a tough one.
Yeah, I don't think so. Like, I would not accept that. Because if I can't do it, why can't you?
Well, the big thing is it's easier for you, isn't it? When it comes to that.
You're right.
It's way easier for you. Even a dude who's top tier with all the money and he's handsome and charming, I'm like, it still takes a lot of work to get a woman to be like, what's up? Let's do this. Especially when she knows you're married. Like, I know you got a wife. And she knows this is all it's going to be is physical. And there's another thing too, like, you know, a lot of people hate hearing this, but, you know, men could go out and just sleep with a woman and forget all about it. Never. I have a friend. I got a friend. This dude smashed this woman, and like 5 years later, he bumped into this woman, hung out with her. They were kicking, they were for hours hanging out, and he did not remember that he had smashed her. They had like one encounter. Man, when I say she was crushed,
Damn.
she was crushed. So top tier men who can get sexual access, they can forget. I haven't met a woman who's not a sex worker or pro. I have never met a woman who had sex with a man and forgot about it. Like, forgot his face, don't know his name, don't remember the encounter. I'm not saying it hasn't happened. I've never come across that.
Yeah, me either.
Women women don't be out there like that. I know women that got high body counts, but they remember each dude. You know what I mean? The dudes I know with high body counts will forget a lot of the women. So that's part of it as well. Women and men don't move the same way. Like, maybe we're wired differently. That's what all of the science says. It's nothing for a dude to go out and smash somebody, but for a woman to give her body to you, she's got to be into you. Like, she's into you to a certain extent, right? Like, you just come walk up to a dude like, hey, you come here. You know what I mean? Meet me behind the bar in 15 minutes. You know what I mean?
Behind the bar is crazy.
But I know dudes can do that. I know dudes that have done that.
Yeah.
Right.
It's wild.
So you're saying absolutely, is that a hard no? Absolutely not. You wouldn't do it, or is that something you would have to think about?
No, it's a hard pass for me.
For if he goes out and he does his thing and you can't go out and do yours, that's a hard pass.
Yeah, it's not even about like me not being able to do that. I just don't want to be home and then he's out here like banging another girl. That would just make me feel like super sad. Like, why am I not enough? Why you gotta go find somebody else? Even if it's just one time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Because like we're dating, so why you need somebody else? That's why I never really understood like when people have like want to bring in another person into like the relationship. I don't know.
Biologically speaking, like if I'll say this, the vast majority of men can't pull it off. They can't pull it off. If they could, they would. The vast majority would. There are men out there who they just want their wife. They just want that one woman, and they're good. Most men in today's society won't cheat because they're worried about what they could lose. You know, she's going to divorce me. I'm going to lose half my stuff. You know what I mean? The shame that goes along with it and all the rest of it. But remove the stigma, remove the laws. And a guy would tell you like, yeah, if you're like, hey man, you can have 5 other women and your wife is not going to care. Like she's okay with it. She's cool. She understands. Then the vast majority of dudes would say, yes, I want to do that. But society is set up in such a way that it just doesn't work out. And then the top tier guys, they're doing it. They're going to do it whether they tell you or not, but that's what they're doing. So you got a guy out there who is a multimillionaire. He's handsome. He's tall. He's done all the work. He's not going to tell you that he has a side chick or, you know what I mean? What do you call them? I forget what they call them, but he's not going to tell you he has that. Right? But he's going to have it. So, I mean, he's going to do it irregardless. And goes all the way back to what you were talking about in the beginning, being honest. This is why a lot of dudes aren't necessarily honest, especially dudes at the top. They're not going to tell you that every now and then they're going to smash something. They're not going to tell you because they don't want to lose you. Right? You just said it. They're like, nah, Glo. Even if you said it's okay, they're like, nah, I saw that video you did with DL Saint and nah, I already know. I already know you're going to leave me. So he's just going to lie to you. And ignorance is bliss. Just like there are women out there doing that thing. You know, I tell dudes all the time, I'm like, man, look, Ignorance is bliss. If I tell my woman up front, if I ever catch you cheating, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Don't even worry about it. Like we ain't got nothing to talk about. We don't need no counselors. I'm done.
Right.
I'm done. But I've been with women who are like, well, I know you doing your thing and I really want to be with you and it's cool. And they'll stay with me, but I never lie about it. You cannot lie about it. That's the big thing. So, so you're cool with simps. That's it. Was that the answer to our question?
Yeah, I just feel bad. Like I wouldn't keep in contact with someone that is just like one-sided. If I see that you're like all over me, you're like ready to run, and I'm not attracted to you, it's like, and I'm showing you the signs that like we're just friends. I don't know. That would just like throw me off. I would feel kind of like I would like pity them, kind of.
But you would let them continue. Would you accept the gifts and stuff like that? And it could be something as simple as, here's some roses on Valentine's Day because I know you broke up with your boyfriend and that Valentine's. Here's a bouquet of roses. Would you accept that from your friend?
I must say no, but I have done it in the past.
Because I was gonna say you lying. I was definitely gonna put my hat on. If you definitely gonna put my hat on. You absolutely gonna take them flowers. You gonna smile. You gonna take them chocolates. You gonna smile. But you ain't gonna give him none. Not even a peck on the cheek. He gonna get a high five. Like, all right, yay.
As long as he doesn't expect nothing, then we're good. But if he's like pressuring me, I'm like,
But he's always expecting something. He's just gonna quite sit there and wait until that night you was a little too tipsy and you came over and one thing led to another, and
waiting for. That's like their ultimate goal.
that's what the vast majority of guys in the friend zone and these simpletons, that's what they're waiting on. I know guys will wait 15 years, been in the friend zone, 15 years waiting on that one moment.
That's
So you still feel sorry for these simps? I'll be like, man, screw them. I mean, if some fat chick comes up to me buying me gifts, I'm taking them. She ain't getting none. I'm taking them. Give me that. All right, cool. You know what I mean? Thanks. You want to pay for me to go to dinner? We going over here where I want to go to dinner. She wants to pay for it, fine. But she ain't getting nothing. She can't hold my hand. She can't sit next to me. I sit on that side of the table, girl. What you doing? Get over there. You know what I mean?
Well, when you're on a date, do you like sitting across from your partner or like right next to each other in the booth?
It depends if it's a date. It depends on what I'm doing. Right. So let's say it's someone I'm in a relationship with and she's touchy-feely and I know she's touchy-feely. I'm gonna sit right next to her because she wants to be touchy-feely and that's her thing. If it's someone I'm just like, this is like the first, well, to get me to take you to dinner, you got to work up to that. So we've gotten out to the point where I'm actually asking her out to a nice restaurant. I'm probably gonna have her across the table from me because, I'm cool with where she is. Like, all right, we smashing or whatever. But if I'm running a rotation, this is a rotation. I'm just showing my respect. That's that sort of thing. But it depends. I got to be in a relationship with you to be all touchy-feely and holding your hand in public and all that, public displays of affection. I got to be in a relationship with you. If I'm just smashing, all right, it's cool. You know what I mean? You add value, so I'm gonna take you out. You've earned us to go over to Capitol Grill or something like that. You've earned this. We're gonna go have a nice meal. But it's not. You're not my woman. And I'm gonna tell you, you're not my woman. Like, nah, this is not what we doing here, babe. This is, what time it is. I'm gonna take you home when we finish eating because I got stuff to go do, and then I hit you around 2-3 in the morning. Like, what's up? So I can, slide up, slide on over, slide on in. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
And I think a lot of guys go wrong when they allow women to believe that they're in some sort of committed relationship doing these things when in fact they're running a rotation. They're going out here going after all these other women. I do want to clarify the record. Right now, I ain't messing with nobody. I'm not out there. I am sitting on the bench. I'm like, you know what? The game is playing. I'm on the bench. I'm not in the game right now. I ain't on that. But there is. The time will come when I get back on there. You know what I mean? Lady Naveau is in the building. What's good, sis? You know what I mean? And yeah, level up man is right. Women can walk into the bar and who wants this? And yeah, it'll be dudes fighting to get in line, especially if she's fine enough. It's so easy for women to get sexual access. This is why it's not praised in our society. it's very difficult for men to do it. And that's why if a guy has a bunch of women, he's always going to be praised to an extent by society. And what I've noticed when I was out there, like back in my day when I was really doing damage, women knew it. They knew it. They'd be like, oh, you a player, you this and that. I'm like, okay, so what's up with you? You know what I mean? And they would still get down. Would you mess with a guy that you knew was like Rico Suave, like he a player? Would you mess with that dude? Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I have in the past. And now I wouldn't though, because those guys don't change. Like they're always gonna be like that. I've noticed.
He don't wife him, he one nights him. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I think it really just depends how like what the crush level is at. If like you're my crush, like, oh my gosh, I want you, then I wouldn't mind. But like, yeah, no. Just like in the past, I already know what's up. So it just really depends.
And this is why dudes, right? This is why dudes are like, you know, they're like, it doesn't, having the flowers and being that gentleman doesn't really work. You got to have like a little bad boy to you, right?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if it's because I'm messed up or if everyone's like this, but that is true.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Like to some extent, you can't be an asshole like a douche.
Exactly. There are levels to it. But if you're suave enough, it'll work. Like if you make her feel good, you can make her laugh. She's playing with her hair. It's on. Dr. B says he sits next to his girlfriend. Like when they're having dinner, he sits next to her in the booth. You know, I get that vibe that you're touchy feely. I think if you're going out, you want to hold hands, even if it's just a pinky. You want to walk down doing like this or something like this. If it's not full blown, I get. Ain't nothing wrong with that, girl. There's nothing wrong with that. And
that's like love language.
Yeah, love languages. Stop it. Stop it.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? Come on now. Love languages, really?
You don't believe in that?
Please explain that to me, love.
It's like how you show. It's like how you show and how you like to receive love. So there's like 5 love languages. There's physical touch, quality time, words of affirmation, gifts, and like acts of affection or something like that.
All right. My thing is this. As a guy, again, if I'm out there in the hunt, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a couple books on love languages, right? I'm going to add that to my repertoire. So when I'm out there talking to a woman who's touchy-feely, then I can go, oh, your love language is whatever. What would you say, touch? Your love language is touch. And she's like, oh my God. You know, it just must be, you're the one. It's a sign. It's a sign. You know my love language. It's a sign. Right? And right there, I'm like, got her. Not only because now I can touch all on her all night long and she's gonna love it. She's gonna love it all the way back to the crib. Right? And it's yay, you know what I mean? We touching. I just think that's cap. I mean, women believe it. You know, it's kind of like the signs. You know, I'm a Capricorn. I'm a this. I'm a that.
Someone just said that.
It's the zodiac stuff. Like, man, stop it. D-Mac is in the building. What's good, fam?
What's your zodiac?
Say again.
What's your zodiac sign?
Capricorn. But in the Asian world, I'm year of the dog. I was born year of the dog. If you're gonna study something, you study that. At least that thing, you know. I was gonna say that makes more sense, but it doesn't. They're both kind of crazy. They're both back there out there. It's just like the ancient Chinese would study people who were born during certain years or whatever, and they would study the traits that these people tend to have. I'm not saying it's scientific, but I don't know. I don't get into it. But if I come across a woman who's into zodiac, trust me, I know enough about it to where I can get what I'm trying to get. And I think that that's where women go wrong. They just set themselves up for the
Yeah,
kill.
you're so right. You're so right. Guys pull out, oh, what's your zodiac sign? And then girls just fall in love. Oh my gosh, he's asking me about my zodiac sign. Like, he definitely got this from another girl. So
Yeah, because he paid attention. He paid attention. So yeah, there's two more videos I want to get to just real quick. There's one by this guy named Michael Sartain, and he has a video when he was talking about how to date a hot woman without being insecure. Do you believe that would you say that most men today are insecure, or would you say that they're confident?
I think they're insecure.
You're insecure, and because I've heard a lot of women tell me, they tell me all the time. They say, "Look, the most sexy thing to them is a confident man." Would you agree with that statement?
Yes.
100%. And when you consider a man confident, what are some of the things that you like to see in a confident man? Like, what are some of the things that he does?
I would say like not like controlling what I wear, letting me go out with my friends, like not doubting, or how can I say this? Like knowing that if I go out and you think other guys are going to talk to me, well, at least you know I'm not going to talk to them back. Like having that faith in me, and just knowing that you have a girlfriend that looks good, but you're not worried about who can take her or who's going to come up to her, because you know she's your woman, so she's not going to like do anything to jeopardize the relationship. So yeah, I feel like a guy that's confident, that's like, he knows what he has and he's not scared to lose it.
Okay. Now, if I'm in a serious relationship with a woman and she wants to go out with her friends, she wants to take a girls trip to LA or to Ibiza. She wants to, go to the club all the time. I'm not going to say anything about it. And like you would say, oh, that's confidence. That's me letting her go. I'm giving you all the rope you need to hang yourself. And my thing is, oh, you want to go out all the time? That's fine. Go right ahead.
Yeah.
I just won't be here when you get back. That's my kind of thing.
All the time. I mean, like going out in moderation.
That's especially if you got a good dude. Like that's tough because, that's one of the things that, women say, like what you just said, like, I don't, he doesn't say anything about what I'm wearing. I will, depending on where we're going. Right. We're going to like Thursday night at the spot. You know what I'm talking about? Do you work on Thursdays over there?
No, I don't. I just work Tuesdays and Saturdays.
Okay. So you're talking about going out on a Thursday night or Saturday night at a spot like that. I'm like, first of all, I'm like, I'm not cool with you going. And then I'm looking at what you're wearing. To me, that's going to trigger, all right, she ain't really feeling me like that. That's a confident guy's going to look at something like that. I'm like, that's disrespectful.
Yeah,
but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't mean like going out to a club too. Like, because I had my clubbing phase. I'm not really into that scene anymore. I mean, like just like going out with your friends, maybe for like an hour or two, like a girls' night, and like stuff like that.
So, like, if I had a woman, if I had an imaginary woman, like, you know what I mean, and she wanted to go out to have dinner with the girls. Okay, where you guys going? We're going to Ocean's Prime. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. And I'm not really tripping about what she's wearing now. If she's like, if everything's hanging out, you know what I mean? She ain't, that's something. But generally speaking, like, oh, you want to go out, happy hour with the girls? Y'all gonna go grip? I don't care. So there is leeway there. Because there are a lot of guys who are like, no, I'm going. Because he's worried, you get that guy who's constantly worried about her cheating. I get, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not that guy. Like, ignorance is bliss. But like I said, you going to a club, you going on a girls trip out of state, the people that I have known in my life who've had successful relationships, they didn't want to go somewhere without their significant other. And I thought that was a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. Like they didn't want to go on a trip. Girls trip. They didn't want to go. Especially the ones who were married. And that whether even if they do go without their significant other, they're like the first one to leave. Like I need to get home to my wife. I need to get home to my husband. Those are the relationships that I saw that work. There's only a handful of them in my life. And I'm halfway to 100. So I know I done seen some stuff, girl. But I would say a confident man is a guy who doesn't have any problem coming up to you when he sees you, making eye contact. He's assertive, but not forceful, right? He's charming. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. I think those are the confidence triggers. I think that Love Weltman was saying it. Like the sexiest thing to a woman is an attractive man who is confident. And, being able to, convey that, a guy who could walk up like he looked like he could fight. He looked like he can protect himself. He looked like he could protect me. I think those are the confidence triggers. He's not constantly trying to be seen, or he's not trying to be the center of attention. He's just kind of sitting back. But like he's the guy that can give you a wink and make you blush. Like that dude. Right? That dude. That dude's not gonna be cool with you going out to a club.
No, yeah, you're right. You're
not gonna be cool with you doing that. So, but here's a video they were talking about how to date a hot woman without being insecure. And this is from Michael Sartain. And he is man of action. This is another guy who's big in this space. So let's give this a listen. See what I mean?
And you're dating like very attractive women. How is it now in terms of overcoming jealousy? Because all of my friends I know who date like models, there's always that issue of what if the celebrity DMs her, what if the athlete DMs her? If you take her to a basketball game,
Have you seen that video? You saw that video where the guy was like, I send the ball boy to go pick the girl up. I got your girl's number. If you go to the bathroom and your girl's fine in the 100 section, I'm gonna send the ball boy to get your fucking number, and I'm in your girl's DMs. Yes. So the thing for me is, I'm in a relationship now, and I'm happy. But I also enjoyed dating when I was single, and I'm one of the very few men at 46 years old. I love nightclubs. I still love them. I speak nightclub. If you go to a nightclub with me, I just solve the nightclub. To me is like a puzzle to solve, and I solve the puzzle. And at the end of the puzzle, I'm standing on stage with the DJ. I just know how to solve the puzzle, and I don't spend money in nightclubs. There's just, for me, I enjoy the going out and getting. It's like the hunter likes to eat the food, but he also likes the hunt. Because I enjoy the hunt so much, and because I'm so good at it, if things didn't work out between my girlfriend and I know how to replicate this experience and find someone else, and it would be fun. It would be very disappointing for me and my relationship to end because I love my girlfriend. But if it didn't work out, I also know how. Same thing. If MOA didn't work out, I know how to build a sales funnel. I know, like I've learned so many skills from helping to manage the sales team, helping to build a sales funnel, and helping to determine strategy for the business, that I know that I could start another business. Does that make sense? So the answer is rule number 3 in MOA. The answer is always abundance. The answer.
So this is a confident dude right there, right? That's Michael Sartain. Like he's in the red pill adjacent world, which is like a lot of male coaching and stuff like this. And this video is from his coaching funnel. That's the confidence right there that all men need. You need the confidence to say, you know what? I would hate to lose. Like if I had a woman that's like, the 40-year-old version of Glo, right? And that's my woman. And we whatever, you have to have the confidence that she knows if she messes up, this guy he doesn't want to get rid of me, but he will. And he will be fine. That's the kind of confidence that I think that all men need. Most men do not have that confidence. How do you feel about pushovers? What's your take on guys that just let you get away with anything?
Like, what do you mean get away with anything? Like you can, like, if you want to go out in a mini skirt that's showing like your butt cheeks and like shirts with like a guy like that.
See-through shirts with pasties on, got your butt cheeks showing. You can scream at, embarrass him in public, and he still comes home. Like you can tell him to get up, like he's at home sick, like he's got the flu, but you could tell him to get out of bed to go get you your favorite ice cream, and he'll go do it.
I never really had an experience with that, with a guy like that, but I would feel like maybe they're like hiding something. I don't know.
Maybe he's saying something. Is that a guy that will make you feel confident? Like, is that a guy? I mean, you know, you got this guy. It's like no matter what you do, he ain't going nowhere. I don't think that women find that attractive. Am I wrong in thinking that? Like, I just no matter what I do, this guy's gonna still be here. Versus the guy who was like, yo, I could wear this outfit, but as soon as he finds out I wore this outfit, I got a problem. He might put me out.
I feel like
Merch.
the the guy that gets mad, like that feels the type of way, like they care. The ones that don't say anything, they don't really care. Because if they did, they would care enough to say something.
All right. I'm with you there. I'm with you. Brother Smeebles is in the building all the way from Australia. Good day, Brother Smeebles. Brother Dino wants to know, DL, has your beautiful guest Glo used quality dating apps?
Just one. Just Tinder.
Just Tinder. And it was real quick too. You weren't on there for like, you were just barely on there, right?
Yeah, it was maybe like a week and then I deleted it.
And then you deleted. Okay. Let's get back to the video. Damn, that was quick. A week and you got 2 dates right off rip.
There's always abundance. So if you have a great deal of abundance,
You go ahead.
Maybe it was more than a week.
It wasn't a month though, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, the average guy be on there 6 months and he can't get nothing. But yeah, I'm gonna show you. Remind me to show you, because Brother Dino and I were doing this unofficial experiment. I jumped onto Tinder. Let me show you what was liking me on Tinder. I'll show you tomorrow. You're gonna be like, damn, bro. Like, yeah, it was, yeah, it wasn't. But here we go. Let's get back to the video.
abundance, and like if you're dating a 10, this is something Mac and Murphy talked about this. He's a really smart sex researcher who he specializes in the art of cheating. He talks about cheating. I disagree with some of the things he says, but this one, he's absolutely right on this. He talks about when men go after women that are way out of their league, they're far more likely to get cheated on. This is absolutely true. It definitely is true.
Really?
But for men, yes. But for men in their league, like in order to get in their league, you can do things to get in her league. You can do things to improve to get in her league, right?
Yeah.
Go look at before and after photos of like, what's his face? David de las Morenas, How to Beast. Dude, I saw a before picture of How to Beast and like how he looks now. It's so crazy. Adolfo Tex, the dude put on 45 pounds of muscle, or no more than that. He put on 50 pounds of muscle. He went from 130 to 135 to 185, just all muscle. What's happened is if he was dating a 10, he's becoming a 10. He's determined. He's not even 6 feet tall. Like neither of those guys are. And they're just killing. They're beautiful girlfriends. Like they're killing it. Why is that? Because they can change how the world perceives them. Or especially how females perceive them. That's something that they have the ability to do. And the number one way to do that is through body fat. The number two way to do that is through a proper grooming and hygiene. And the number three way to do that is through your physical style. Do you wear shirts that fit you correctly, right? Do you wear shirts that give you a V taper? And can you wear a suit that makes you look nice? Like, things like that.
Do you see how much men put into dating and putting themselves in a situation or working themselves up to a situation where women see them? Women don't have to go through this at all. All y'all got to do is go outside. You don't need no makeup on, right? You just go outside with some sweats on and a t-shirt and trust there's going to be some dude like, hey, how you doing? Excuse me, man. Hey, excuse me, shorty. Oh yeah. You're going to get all that, right? So,
yeah, for sure.
So you're listening to what he's saying about if a guy is dating a woman that's out of his league, she's more than likely going to cheat on him. Do you believe that or no?
I can see where it can be true, but I don't believe that because I've seen like girls that are like 10s going out with guys that are like maybe like 5s, and they love them actually. Like they're really in love. So I don't really think that's true.
Okay. But you said you can see why it is that they brought that up.
Yeah.
And why is that? What is it that you can see that makes sense to you about that?
Like say if the relationship, if the girl looks hotter than the guy, and the girl goes out and finds a guy that's like that she finds really hot, that's hotter than her boyfriend. Like, if she was that type of person, she would like cheat.
Because the opportunity is there, basically. Like, oh, this is what I really want. Yeah, he can make me laugh over here, but he ain't leveling up fast enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump on this. And so you can see that. Okay. Fair enough. And he kind of talks about this too in a little bit. We're gonna listen to a little bit more.
There are ways of looks maxing that absolutely, skin routine, hair routine. I interviewed Alex Costa, and he's got me now. I'm washing my face with a super fucking bougie ass cleanser twice a day. I would have never been doing this shit before. Dude, I don't know if you can tell. There's beard oil in my beard. What the fuck is beard oil? Like, I didn't even know what this shit was.
No, beard oil is that's very much important for black men.
I'm friends with I'm friends with Bulzarian, and I was telling Dan, I was like, Dan, you need to sell beard oil. If you sold beard oil, I would probably, maybe Ignite sells beard oil, and I'm not aware.
I'm not getting no damn beard oil. Just throwing that out there.
She is hell. But like you just learn these, you just learn these little tricks for like looks maxing. There's these things that you can do. Now, there's another studies even that shows that if you date less attractive women, they're also more likely to cheat on you. It's a little different. So like if you're an attractive man and you date a woman who's like significantly less attractive, for some reason, those women are more likely to cheat. But if you're a less attractive man, so basically wherever there's a big mismatch, you're going to get cheating because.
And that's the part that I've never heard this before. Like when I saw this earlier today and I'm like, damn, I never heard this before. Now I understand, like you said, when you have a woman who is so much more attractive than the guy, I can see because it depends on what situation she puts herself in. There's always going to be these dudes that are gunning at her, right? But the other way around, when he said it, I thought about it. And I'm like, yeah, I smashed a few girls who were way less unattractive and lower on the social scale than their boyfriends, but they still was out cheating on him, right? So does that part make sense to you?
No, it really doesn't. I feel like people are just going to cheat regardless at this point. It doesn't matter if you're ugly, if you're pretty, if you're fat, if you're going to cheat. If they want to cheat, they're going to cheat.
And I ain't mad at you about that. That does make sense. Like if you got a person who is, inclined to do that, they're going to do it. Like if you got a guy who's going to go out here and exercise options, as Kevin Samuels used to call it, he's going to do it. If you got a woman out there who's going to exercise her options, she's going to do it. And I tell people all the time, just keep it in the closet. Do you be grown up about it? Keep it hidden. Don't let nobody know. Be quiet as kept. That's what we was calling when we was your age. It was, quiet as kept. Oh, quiet as kept, man. He over here. Or creeping. That was another term we would use. Oh, yeah, man. I see you creeping over there, bro. Coming out the big girl's house. I see you creeping, bro. You know what I mean? We know Big Tangy over there. Brother D-Mac in the building. Like, how old is the guest? She's 21, bro. She's a 21-year-old here in Central Florida, man. Hardworking, real cool sister. And I'm so glad she's here. And like I said, her Instagram has been pinned to the top. So I'm just curious how many DMs are in there since we started. He was like, and D-Mac is saying, I think it depends on the girl's age and social background if she will cheat. Here's a question you don't have to ask, but I'm just curious. Have you ever cheated before, my dear? And remember, cheating could just be you hanging out holding somebody else's hand. You sitting on somebody else's lap.
Yeah, when I was like in high school.
Bad girl. Out there doing bad girl things.
I was young and I didn't really know better.
But it is what it is. So my thing is this: if I'm out there, if I do get back into the game and I'm out there running a rotation, I tell everybody involved that's what I'm doing. I never let someone think that I'm in a relationship with them. Nah, this is what we do. When that "what are we" conversation comes, women love to have that conversation. So what are we? Like, what do you mean, what are we? Like, we doing this. And you lose some. You lose a lot. There's a lot of women who ain't gonna be cool with that. They're like, well, no, I'm not okay with this. So I'm leaving. Like, okay, no problem. You know what I mean? But so many dudes, they want to lie. Do you know women who actually run rotations of guys?
No, I only have like 4 friends, and one is married, and the other 2, one is married, one is single, and the other 2 are like in a relationship. So the one that's single, I don't think she has a rotation.
And you hang out with women who are, like you said earlier in this broadcast, you hanging out with people who are looking to get married. They want to be in real relationships, monogamous relationships. Okay, see, that's a good thing. That's something that I look at. Like, who you kick it with? I know Miss A lady said something earlier that we were talking about. It's like it starts with the way she carries himself, confident man. That's not the one. Oh, here it is. It's totally fine to have a good group of women that ride with, that you ride with. That doesn't mean you are a 3 or 4 or hoe. It could if you ride with a bunch of hoes. So that's my thing. Birds of a feather flock together. If you ride with a bunch of girls and I know what they doing and you ride with them, why wouldn't you be doing the same thing? It's not like they're gonna be protecting you from, all the 304-ness, right? And 304 is a term that you have you heard that term 304? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that comes straight from the manosphere. You know what I mean? And Miss AKA lady, I do not use beard oil. I do not. Brother Smith was like, I use beard oil because my beard is fairly large and I need to make sure my skin don't dry up and get all flaky. Okay, that's cool. Brother Viking Paradigm's in the building. What's good, fam? It's like beard oil is good. Makes my hair softer and keeps the skin under from getting dry too. Maybe I should use beard oil. I haven't used it. Maybe I should. Let's watch the last part of this video, and then I just got one more video, and we'll wrap this up.
The other partner is going to have more options to walk away. The thing is, with women, by default, they have more options than men do. Just by default, they do. So what do you do as a man? If you have enough abundance, it's one of these weird things. It's like you having enough abundance protects you emotionally, but it also makes you more attractive. Like you being a man that other women find attractive, it actually mentally sort of gives you sort of this, like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. A safety net, right? Like if you broke up with your girlfriend, you could find another girlfriend. There's a mental safety net in there, but also that mental, the belief of that from your partner makes you more attractive to her. That's why rule number 3 in MOA is abundance is almost always the answer. Unless you have a heroin addiction or a porn addiction, abundance is the answer.
Hey man, it's funny. I was seeing there's these 2 girls out there. These twins on Instagram, right? And they just started blowing up, and their boyfriends are like their boyfriends from high school, and everybody have been commenting like, yo, they're gonna leave their boyfriends, man.
Of course.
And they're like, oh, I'm staying with my man. I'm, the fame doesn't matter. One of them hit 1 million followers on Instagram, and by the end of this year, she's like, oh, I'm single. Of course. Everybody's like, yo,
of course.
Them other athletes and like rappers in her DMs it was inevitable. It's such, I mean, it's just the way, it's just how it is, man.
Take your credit card out and you charge it to the game. Just charge it to the game. Because the game, let me tell you something. Some dude is going to lose his girl to you, and he's going to need to charge it to the game. It's just the way the world works, man.
Yeah,
the way the world works.
It is what it is. It is what it is. But
so, what's your take on that, love? Like, a woman, like you said, that's that big disparity. She's going to do what she does when she gets a chance. And talking to you, it doesn't seem that you believe that these women are going in thinking, I'm going to, now that I'm clouded up and I got all these followers and I got a little bit of bread, I'm getting rid of these loser boyfriends because I got access to more dudes. Do you think it's premeditated, or is it just something that these women decide to do?
I think it's something they decide to do because it like you said, if they're like popping on social media, they would probably want someone that's popping as well, just to so they can both gain like the followers and stuff. So I don't think it's like premeditated. I think it just happened.
Let me ask you this. Would you date a man seriously, like be in a relationship with a guy in which you have to basically take care of everything? Like, so let's say you're making $300,000-$400,000 a year. You're doing really well. Like, you started YouTube because I'm going to help you start your YouTube channel, and it blows up, right? Your Instagram blows up. You're going around here, Hollywood's coming. Hey, girl, we want you to do this movie. Now you're worth millions. And you got this guy who's been with you during the whole process. Are you okay with flying him out to see you, taking him to the restaurants you want to go to. Like, hey, I want to go to Mr. Child's. Hey, I want to go to STK. Hey, I want to go to wherever. And you know that he can't afford it. Taking him to, overseas. Would you be okay with that? Or would you prefer to have a man who now is doing better than you, or at least at your level?
No, if I got it, if I have it and all my bills are paid, my family has food, then I don't mind paying. Like, if I want to do something and you don't got the money, okay, let's go do it. I have the money. Like, you don't got to worry about it. If I have it, like if I'm a millionaire, yeah.
So would you be okay doing that for, like, you guys get married, you pay for the marriage. Like, he came up with money to buy you an engagement ring. He got you the best ring he could get. You pay for the marriage, y'all living together, and for the next 25 years, your money is taking care of the family. Are you okay with that?
If he's like not doing nothing, not working, not paying like something, like helping me pay, if it's just me taking care of everything and he has like a job, then I would have a problem with it.
Right. Because you know where I'm getting at, right? Because if I were a man, let's say my net worth was somewhere around 20 million, it would be perfectly accepted. And actually it would be expected that if I got a woman who was, I don't know, bottle girl down at Edition somewhere, she doesn't have to work at Edition anymore, right? Because she's with me. I'm taking care of things. She's going to look after the house. If we have kids, she's going to look after the kids. That's just how it's supposed to be. But if a woman was in the same financial situation that I am, she's making, like, you're making $50,000. I mean, your net worth is of $50 million. $50 million. That's how much you're worth. And you're bringing in millions of dollars a year. You're saying that guy, even though he makes you laugh and he stays in shape, that's not going to work. Even if he's taking care of the house, like he's cutting the grass, he's making sure the dishes are done.
He just has to do something. He has to do something.
He has to do. Why? You got 50 million.
It's just like the effort. Like, yeah, it's just the effort. If I just see you just like leeching off me, I'm gonna feel some type of way.
But is he leeching if he's taking care of these, cutting the grass?
If he's, I don't know. Yeah. If he's like taking care of the house and stuff, then I wouldn't mind. It just really depends. It depends on the relationship.
He's taking care of the house. You like, you know what? I want to change the color of the family room. I want it to be purple. He goes out, paints the family room.
It just really depends.
And it's okay to say no, love. I'm not trying to push you into a situation. Like, it's okay. Like, if that's the answer,
if I really love him and if he's doing something, he has to be doing something. He can't just be like being a bum, laying around the house, not cutting the grass or whatever. Then I would have a problem with it. But if he is making an effort, then I feel like I wouldn't have a problem with it because I already have it for myself. So
you see what Miss A Lady is saying? Ain't taking care of no grown man unless we are already together and something serious happens to his health. Otherwise, chill, please.
You get it, yeah. Because like at the end of the day, I'm not their mother. I'm their partner.
You're their wife. Remember, he got you an engagement ring. Y'all got married. He's taking care of. He's basically doing what the woman would do in that situation. Where just think about it. If you're married to that guy, he's worth 50 million. He's bringing in millions a year. He doesn't care that all you do is take care. You take care of the kids. Like, you're not even cooking all the time because you got a chef. It's like, oh, you know what, honey, we're gonna need a budget because I need to get a chef here, and we got a personal trainer, and I'm supervising everything that's going on in the home. You're doing stuff, right? You see what I'm saying? It is a double standard.
Yeah.
It is a double standard, and no woman wants to have a kept dude. At some point, she's gonna get rid of him, but it's perfectly acceptable. And like I said, it's almost demanded that a man takes care of his woman slant wife, no matter what she's doing. She can just sit in the house. I remember I was dating a woman and all she did was sit around and hang out by the pool and whatever, and she would cook, and then she would smash if I wanted it, and that's it. That's all she did. She had to go because I'm like, I'm not. No, when I, well, thank goodness we weren't married. I'm like, because you're supposed to be a hustler. You know what I mean? And look, so you and Miss AKA lady, I think y'all are in the same boat here. You know what I mean? If he don't get his leeching behind out of my house, she like kick that dude to the curb. Level up, man. Stop it. You want a man that makes money? That's okay. Miss me with the but I love him nonsense. They call you cap girl. IRS, you trying to be politically correct. I think you were trying to be a little bit politically correct there, babe.
Yeah.
I think you were. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing but our piece of the world looking. Like you just don't want no house husband, and that's okay. Just come out and say it. So everybody was pretty much saying what I was saying. Girl, it's fine. And listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. If you had a dude that you were taking care of, I would be cracking. You know how I get down on stage. I would have 30 minutes dedicated to your dude being at home. I'd be talking about how jealous I am. But what do you do, homie? You just in the house?
No, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't want to be over here paying all the bills and all that, and then I look over and he's on the couch, just like I feel like that would make me mad.
Yeah, it probably would. So, and IRS is saying like, yeah, brother IRS, like there is a burden of performance on men, not on women. Would you agree with that, or
performance? What do you mean?
A burden of performance, which means a man just can't be there. He has to, like you said, he has to be doing something. He has to earn his keep. In other words, like even if you're making 50 million, he better be out there making 2 or 3 million. Right? He's got to get out there and earn it. Mm-hmm. So, and it's definitely a burden of performance for men in today's world. And a lot of dudes don't understand that. And women do find that attractive, man. Like you could be as pretty as you want to be, but man, look, she might have some fun with you, but she is not going to take care of you for 25 years. It just ain't going to happen. Brother Viking is saying my woman makes more than me for now, but I am the man. So she has no issue with it. I make her life easy. Okay. And I tell dudes, if you can get it, get it. You know what I mean? If you can get it, get it. So I'm just kind of showing all of the chat. So we got one last part here. And I thank you for hanging out, girl. It's been 2 hours. You got one last part. We're about to wrap this up. This is the Andrew Tate stuff that I was talking about. And I told you we're gonna react to some Andrew Tate stuff. And you were like, uh-oh. So what do you know about Tate?
I know like he went to jail. I know he's really like not controversial. I know he was like a fighter, MMA fighter. He like has a podcast. He like talks about women and like not the best way. But sometimes he does say some truthful stuff. I don't know. I feel like all the things that were put on my Instagram and TikTok, because I did have like a phase where he would just pop up on my phone. It was just always like negative stuff about women. But I did watch a podcast with him the other day. I think he was in it. And he was saying some stuff that I was agreeing with. So,
and I have a clip here that I think you're going to agree with. I was actually in studio on the day of this taping. This was in Miami at Fresh&Fit podcast. I was in studio that night, and I've never had a problem with Brother Tate. I don't agree with everything he says, but I honestly believe that he is trying to make a difference. He's trying to make not just a difference for dudes, but he's trying to make a difference for women too. He's doing his best to make society maybe a better place. But having said all that, you know what I mean? We're going to watch this. Brother Smeebers was saying this about you. Like, I don't think Glo would let it get to that stage, to be honest. Fairly hesitant to answer the questions for long-term providing. She's like, he's basically saying you wouldn't even really entertain a dude who wasn't really trying to level up. Like, you know what I mean? At some point, you were probably just cutting loose. And I agree with Brother Smeebers. I think you're 100% correct, bro, because I can see that happening. And I would love to be there when it happens. When you gave the "it's not you, it's me" speech, I'll be sitting there trying not to laugh out loud so I don't mess you up. Because I'll be sitting there like, she about to dump his ass. Here we go, y'all. I get my popcorn out and everything. This is going to be good.
That's the worst feeling.
Well, it's not, hey, that's life. What you mean the worst feeling? He's a man, burden of performance. Men got to deal with that. You know what I mean? It's bad for women when someone like me gives her the "it's not you, it's me" talk. I feel bad for the girl. Like, oh, but I know she's gonna bounce right back. But for the dude, man, I don't care. I get my popcorn. I'm gonna watch this, man. Somebody get me a drink. I'll probably be up there at the bar, sitting right there as close as I can, so I can hear every word, just in case he start crying. Oh, that would be amazing. Get my phone out. Be trying to sneak. You know how you be trying to sneak record, like dude crying. Like, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be amazing. So, let me pull up this Andrew Tate thing. And this was at the end of a very long podcast, man. I think we were in there like 4 hours. And Tate,
I think I saw this.
so you did see this. Like, Tate was talking
these are-
about. So go ahead. What'd you say?
These are some of the clips I saw.
Now, and there's a bunch. I don't know if you saw this one exactly. Maybe you did, but I don't think you're going to fall into this category. Tate was talking to these women, these young women, and he was trying to tell these young women that being an independent woman and chasing a career is not good for you as a woman. You know what I mean? And so what he said, this is one of the clips. This is one of the all-time best clips of Andrew Tate that they're out there. And this is from, like, it was a 3 hour and 49-minute podcast. But let's check this out. Let's listen to it. I don't think you fall into this category at all. I believe that, you're looking for a more traditional relationship, but with an asterisk, and we'll get into the asterisk here when we wrap up. So let's check this out.
So I go to the University of Miami. I'm majoring in interactive media. What I want to do with that is build virtual reality simulators for the military. And I'm also minoring in motion pictures. I'm interested in acting and shit like that.
All right.
Stuff like
All
that.
right. If you don't have kids, what are you gonna do? Or is that the goal?
It's the goal, because
Kids,
like I want
okay.
somebody to take care of me when I'm old. That's the whole thing of life. If somebody take care of you, because they're gonna treat your diapers.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean,
I want kids regardless.
Okay,
Hopefully I
Miss
have
Cuba,
enough
what about you?
Do whatever the fuck I want.
okay.
It doesn't matter.
Which is what would that be? That
I'm
we're asking what is it the fuck that you
I'm
want
not
to do?
saying that I don't want to have kids, but if I decide not to, well, I plan on becoming a doctor. So I'm just my career.
Your career.
I'm
Okay.
passionate about it. So
How old are you?
I'm 21.
Okay. Wait, you're in med school already?
No.
Oh, you're trying to. Okay, you're gonna go. Okay. Cool. You want to be a doctor? What about you?
I hope it. It was the best thing that ever happened to me, and I want more.
Okay. Fair enough. Trent. What about you?
What the fuck, nigga? Are you stupid?
What the hell happened?
Bro, you stupid, dog?
What happened?
Nah, he's trying to.
Okay.
That's cool.
All right, go ahead.
Probably similar answers. I probably surrounded myself in most community that I could if I didn't have that.
So you do want. Okay, so you don't want kids.
Do you want kids?
Do you want kids?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, you do. Okay. All right.
A life without children is vaporous, and it's inane and it's pointless. And you may sit here and think that your career matters, but the truth is that your job will fire you out of whim and don't give a second. Don't give a solitary shit. And when you're 52 and you're past it with no grandchildren in a house by yourself, and all your friends have grandchildren in this beautiful life, and you're sitting there by yourself, do you think the fact that you can afford a few extra Gucci bags is going to genuinely make you feel happy? I was at my grandmother's 93rd birthday. I looked there. My grandmother had 9 children. There was my father and 8 more. They all had a bunch of kids, blah, blah, blah. I stood there and I looked at my 93-year-old grandmother, and there was a whole room full with maybe 70 people that came from that one woman. Isn't that remarkable?
Yeah.
That nobody cared about her career. Nobody asked what job she did. Nobody asked how many times she went to the club. Nobody asked if she had time to go to festivals. No. You had 70 sentient beings, including myself, full of life from one woman who dedicated herself to being a mother and a good wife. That is beautiful. And if you sit here and genuinely think that you're going to work your ass off through your fertile years, and by the age of 54, you're not going to be suicidal alone with a cat, then you're dumb. You are dumb.
I'm not saying
You're
I
dumb.
really want to comment here.
So there you have it. There you have it. So I'm sorry, I got lost in my podcast producing thing. I messed up. So there you have it. What do you think about what Andrew Tate said right there?
That's actually facts. Like, that's true. At the end of the day, your job is gonna fire you. You are replaceable, but kids, they're always gonna be there. So that's true.
You see what I mean? So you're gonna see thousands and thousands of clips of Andrew Tate saying some of the wildest stuff, and it's always clipped out of context or whatever. But I've never seen anyone clip that. On my platform, I had it on my platform, and YouTube made me take it down once. So it's like, yeah, that very part right there. This is Andrew Tate doing his best to try to help, because there's so many women out here right now. I think they've just kind of lost a little bit. They truly believe that I'm just gonna get the bag and I'm gonna have all this money. I think that Miss AK Alien was saying that y'all just want women to be broke so bad. I don't want women to be broke, but what I want is women to understand that there's a game to this, and you need a strategy. And you know, and one of the things I'll say to you, and then I'll turn it over to you for your final thoughts, is I believe that women should take full advantage when they're young. Hey, when you're 18 to 24 to 18 to 26, understand that that's going to be your peak for the vast majority of women. That's going to be their peak. And it takes men longer to get there. And I tell young women all the time, and ones that listen to me, I'm like, look, I'm not saying don't go to college. I'm not saying not have a career. I am saying make it a dual purpose strategy. While you're young, while you're at your peak, find that guy and place your bet. Find that guy that's out there that you believe is going to make it. Find that guy, because while you're at your peak, it's going to be so easy for you to get him. Don't wait until that guy becomes the dude. Don't wait until that guy's a multimillionaire, because it's going to take him some time to get there. He's going to be in his 30s, which means you're going to be in your 30s. He might be almost 40 years old. You're almost 40 years old. He done got to the bag. And guess what he's going to look to? He's going to look to that younger, more, that more beautiful, that free spirit woman. And she's going to jump on board. Because this guy can provide. He ain't a deadbeat. Right? He's charismatic, and he took care of his body, and he got beard oil, and he's doing all that other stuff that people say you're supposed to do. I tell women, because most dudes are loyal, you find a guy early and you build with him, he's not going to leave you. And the stats back that up. Of the people who do get divorced, 70 to 80% of the time, women file for the divorce.
Yeah.
And that number goes way down the more money you make. So when you get over a certain, financial barrier, the people who making the big bucks, those women don't tend to leave their men. So that's what I tell women. Don't wait, and don't do don't go against what Tate just said there, because he's absolutely right. There's women, I know women out there they got a lot of money. They got a lot of property. They got assets out the wazoo, right? They got all the bags. They ain't got just Gucci, Chanel. They got Hermes. They get everything. They got everything but a man. And they're just sitting back like, damn. You know what I mean? Some of those women didn't want it. But I know women out there who I see them all the time here in Tampa. We go out and they're wondering why dudes aren't even coming up talking to them. Like, how come, you know what I mean? Like, how come that guy ain't talking to me? Like, cause that guy's going after yo young. If he wants your 23-year-old you, he don't want the 33, 43-year-old you. Right. And she don't want the brokies. She don't want the dudes. And all these women still got dudes looking for them. I got a video out there short. Where are all the good men? They're in your phone. That's where all the good men are. All you got to do is text them. So, you know what I mean? So I wanted to end with that. I'm really glad that you thought that, you were like, keeping it 100 with Andrew Tate. You're like, okay, cool. And had you seen that clip before or no?
No, I think I watched like clips of that in like that podcast, but not that specific clip.
Yeah, because he was talking about the Eurocentric and body shaming and all that. That was in the same part in that podcast as well. Which there was a woman in there that called him white. You're just a white man and you don't know any better. He was like, "Oh, I'm a white man," and then she didn't say another word for the rest of the podcast when they showed his dad, because he has a black dad and his mom is white from England. His dad is a black man from America, or was he passed away. But that girl just sat there. She didn't say a word. Like, she was so embarrassed.
I would not want to get yelled at by Andrew Tate.
He didn't even yell at her, which was the beautiful thing about it. And that's another thing about Andrew Tate. He's very respectful. Like, in real life, he's very respectful of women. When he's talking all the crazy stuff on camera, he's not trying to go after women. I've never seen him degrade women or try to degrade women. He's very cool when it comes to that. And there's some other stuff that people don't like, but it is what it is. So we are at the end of the show. Did you have fun?
Yeah, I did actually.
Did you? You have fun? I gave you my word. Like when you're ready to start your platform, we can do it. Like I'll share it. We'll have all our people here come. They'll come support you. They're probably already in your DMs. Girl, let me know when you get your platform going. Don't tell DL I'm in here. He gonna clown me. She gonna show me, y'all. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna see for myself. She gonna show me the DMs tomorrow when we at our show. Speaking of tomorrow, don't forget Comedy Arc at Status tomorrow. Doors open at 8 p.m. If you are in the Tampa area, come holler at us. Glo is gonna be there holding down the bar. We got Candace August is gonna be there. We got some real good comics coming out tomorrow night. We might even have a special guest comic pop in. No promises, but it might happen. I'm not gonna drop no names. You got to come to see for yourself. Doors open at 8. $5 cover. What's $5? It's like nothing, right? It's like nothing. So come see us. So you ready for your final words? Your final thoughts on all this?
Yeah.
So let's hear your final thoughts, babe. You want me to put you on the screen by yourself, or you want me to stay up here with you?
You can stay.
All right.
Like my final thoughts on the whole podcast.
On everything we talked about. Your final thoughts on what the dating world looks like, what you hope it may look like down the road. If you want to apologize for not liking fat dudes and brokies, that's fine. You can apologize for that. Whatever you want to talk about.
So basically, the dating world is not it right now. If you're single, stay single. If you're in a relationship, stay in a relationship and hold on to them, because it's crazy out here. Like, I really hope it changes, because there are some people I feel like that are just like lover girls, lover guys. They just want to love. And there's like people that just want to fuck around. But I hope it changes. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. This is something different. Like, I've never done anything like this. And I like doing new things. So I really enjoyed my time and like having this conversation and like having everybody chime in.
That's what's up. So, you're always welcome to on this platform. If you ever want to come up for anything at all, just let me know. That's funny. Like, if you're in a relationship, stay in a relationship. If you're single, stay single. It is crazy out here. I will give you that. Just last question I want to ask you. Do you have a dating strategy moving forward? After everything you've heard tonight, the videos we watched, do you have a dating strategy moving forward, or are you just gonna continue to just kind of see what float out there and see what happens?
Right now I'm just gonna see what happens, just because I don't have a dating strategy, because I don't know what works. I haven't really had that much luck. And I haven't been dating for like 2 years. So I'm more of like go with the flow. And then maybe I want to learn a strategy so I could settle down. But right now it's just like I'm just going with the flow. I wish I did have a dating strategy, but I don't. Maybe I would just say like knowing what I want. If I see a red flag, to just cut it off immediately.
Yes. You know what? We're going to have to bring you back and we can talk about dating strategies. I can give you my take on how I think young, beautiful women should be moving in today's world. And where to find a good dudes and what to look for and that sort of thing. Because has anyone ever talked to you about that? Like this kind of conversation? Have anyone like older than you in your family ever like, hey girl, let's talk about, how to move in today's dating world?
Not really. Maybe just from my mom a little bit. Like she'll tell me, like if I'll come to her with a relationship problem, or like not even relationship problem, just like a problem with me talking to a guy, she'll always like tell me what to do. But no, not really. I haven't had like conversations like this.
Well, maybe we'll have that conversation then. Maybe next time we get you up here, we'll talk about how to move, and I'll give you some secret sauce on how to avoid the F boys and how to see these invisible men, because that's where the key is. The key is finding those invisible good men and getting those guys when you get a shot. So thank you again so much, girl. I appreciate you. Let me Show you some love. Don DeMarco for you. Don DeMarco for being here. I appreciate you. Thanks for kicking with me. We're gonna do the outro. Do me a favor. Don't go anywhere. Stay in the back chat for a hot second. And for everyone who watched the show, man, thank y'all so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Yeah, the heart, yeah, little heart emoji right there. Appreciate. Hey, you got the hearts blew up there. That's Glo. I'm DL saying this is I Really Want to Know podcast. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Remember, 5:15 because we got the show tomorrow. 5:15 right here. I'm not sure what we're gonna talk about, but we're probably gonna talk about some red pill stuff. Y'all know how we get down. I'm gonna see y'all then. Peace.
Nothing like I've ever seen. It's just a thing of beauty.
Darn, that's the end.